Hello mga kuya. Dali lang. PlayStation VR. There it is. Kaya lang. Back. No. I need that website. Wala dito. Okay. PlayStation. What's up, dudes? Dudes. Mm, mm. What's up, Kimo Cory? What's up, Cavite Tech? What's up, Gian Parinas? Solid, solid hardcore view. Um, yeah, yung battery test obviously kasi marami tayong ginamit na music. So, hindi pwede. I mean, bala ko na, nilagyan ko talaga ng music 'yun para so kung hindi niyo po alam, nag-battery test po kami early today. Pinost ko naman sa BTS community na ano tayo, nag-battery test tayo. And nilagyan ko ng music. Nilagyan ko ng music from what do you call this? From Spotify. Sorry. Sabog ang utak ko. Sorry. Holy crap. Hmm. What's up, Antonio Arenas? Good evening sa inyo. Hopefully, can somebody say kung okay yung audio ko? Feeling ko mataas. Try ko kung ibaba yung audio ko. Testing. Mag-Holy Week na, I know. So, just in case magtatanong kayo, wala tayong pasok. Pasok. BTS pasok. May pasok kayo sa BTS. No, wala tayong show on Black Saturday. Is that Black Saturday, right? Yeah, so dun sa battery test natin sa Cubix Cube 3, binala ko talaga na well, kasi sorry. I have the other webcam right here. See? The other webcam. I love this new thing. Kakarating pa lang. This is my new Mono Fuds. Um, it's super awesome. Sorry, sabihin niyo ako naglalag tayo or something, ah. Uh, let's see. What can we do here? Woo, look at that. Ito yung kanina eh. Ito yung live. This is good. I like this. I like this setup. It's a good look on us. So tingnan niyo this is yung aking bagong biling monopod. This is one of those monopods na may paa. So this one. See? And nababaligtad yung mundo nyo. Malakas natin sa internet, bakit? Baba ko ng konti yung quality natin. Nisi na naman yung topic. So, ito super close view ng ating high-tech gaming peripherals. Razer, you know, the Razer gaming peripherals. Yeah. So yeah, nung nag-battery test tayo, ginamitan natin ng copyrighted music para lang chill, para I just thought kasi baka mainip yung nanonood. So palitan natin itong nakasulat dito, which is uh, Mga kuya, suggest kayo ng murang smartwatch. Magkano ba budget mo? What's your budget for your smartwatch? Um, sa totoo lang, hindi ako masyadong interested sa mga smart. I mean, hindi ko masasuggest na gumastos talaga sa smartwatch. Pero kung mababa lang naman gastos mo, okay lang. Inom tayo ng konting asti. Problema ko lang, hindi na malamig yung iced tea ko. Um, ang lakas ko gumastos ng internet. Feeling ko nag-i-internet yung kapatid ko or something. I don't know. But at least I think hindi naman tayo masyado naglalag, right? Um, ito ang isa nating topic for today. Yeah, there you go. Ba natin yung brightness. There. Oh, sobrang baba. There we go. I am focused. Uh, uh, bright pa rin. Yan. Baguhin ko na nga yung settings ng webcam. Let's see. Let's, yep. Ba natin yung gain here. No, not auto gain. There we go. Um, eh, eh, nataas natin ng konti yung brightness ng display. Oh, masyado mataas. Pwede na yan. There we go. That's good enough. Yeah. Okay, good. Cherry N5. Para sa mga, ang tag dito? Yeah, depends sa objective mo. Si RJ Goldo, merong ano yan. What we call LG G Watch R. Yeah. So I'm still getting used to this monopod that I have. So yeah, there you go. Monopod. Wala pa siyang tripod head. It's just a monopod. Cherry N5 first impression. Wala akong Cherry N5, so I can't do your first impression thingamajig. Um, alam mo naman wala na tayong cherry products ngayon eh. hindi, hindi na gumagana yun. Wala nang ganun ngayon. Teka lang, magsispin to win ako sa aking League of Legends. Let's spin to win on one of my accounts here. Spin to win 100 IP. Okay. And isang account, masyadong bright. Alright. Spin to win. One win IP boost. Okay, not bad. LGG Watch Urbane yung mas bago. Yes. Although, hindi na rin masyadong bago si Urbane. It's bakit? Ano na naman yung this video contains? Matagal na yan, kanina pa yan. Huwag mo nang isipin yung ating yung ating music stream kanina. So ito yung soundboard ko. This is my soundboard right. Masyado mataas yung brightness. Yan talaga eh. Isog natin dyan. Yeah. Look at that camera. Look at that preparedness stream, huh? Welcome to the somewhat the start of the show pa lang. Not a lot of Android news this week. I guess kung consider mo si Mark Harris Velasquez. Hi Sir Alex, buti na lang nakaabot ako. Yes, buti nakaabot ka. Thanks for watching. Let's mababa naman pala yung brightness ng ano ko. Okay na yan, pwede na yan. This is my old phone, guys. My first Android phone. This guy. Is this my first? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's my first Android phone. This is the HTC Desire, the first generation. The first batch of phone na may 1 gigahertz single core processor. This is a 1 gigahertz Qualcomm, I forgot, whatever, single core. Yes. Yan, siya yung ginagamit kong soundboard, guys. So, at least buhay pa rin siya. Hindi ko siya, I mean, wala na rin siyang value, so hindi ko na rin siya ibebenta. Mas maganda pa yung value ng mga lumang Cherry Mobile ngayon or and stuff like. Hindi naman siguro, pero ano siya, and may ano siya, may memorabilia siya. So as you can see, meron siyang signature. Yan. Signature. That's a signature ni Rian Ramos kasi siya yung nagpo-promote ng HTC nung panahon na yon, nung panahon ni HTC Desire. So inisip ko magpapirma na lang ng kay Rian Ramos ng phone ko. So I'm not particularly a big fan of Rian Ramos, or big or bad or not such big fan. Um, but sabi ko papirma ko na rin. Right? Para may iba na rin. Sana manood si Detroit Borg. Why manonood si Detroit Borg? Ano bang mapapala niya sa Philippine blog na ito? Teka lang, just ko nga yung focus. Uh, let's fix this focus here. Para ima-manual focus ko na lang siya. There we go. See? Para hindi na tayo mahirapan. Alright. Okay. So ito yung Cubix Cuberino Cubic Cube 3. Cubi Cube 3. So yun yung soundboard natin. Yun, so I don't know kung ano eh. Ang actually inattendan kong events this week is Intel and Intel and Sony. Naglabas ng bagong camera si Sony, which is the new A6300. What's up? What's up 2082? Kanina DJ Alex. I know, dude. Kahit wala tayong mini-mix, we're just playing music. Wala, we can't do that eh, kasi we're gonna get copyrighted eh. Like the other video, got copyright yung ating early morning chill Saturday stream was copyrighted to death, and wala na siya it cannot be played in any part of the world daw, sabi niya. Lahat ng buong mundo naka-copyright tayo, so hindi tayo pwede i-play yung chill stream ng umaga. But at least andito na yung resulta ng ating battery test from that stream earlier today. It's over here. 4 hours and 19 minutes. Ano po mas maganda? PlayStation o Samsung Galaxy VR? Depende. So, oh my God, I'm lagging. Okay. Hopefully hindi masyado masira yung ayoko naman ibaba pa ng quality. Mababa na yung quality. Life's good when you play more. Spoiler yung LG eh. So yeah, it looks like LG will be having an event end of or was the Intel gaming Intel knock there? Yes, the Intel game, that was the Skull Canyon. Yeah, Skull Canyon. Talagang yung pangalan pa lang tinidirect na, sinisiguro nila pang gamer na Skull Canyon. Yung pictures ko nasa Lumia eh. Lumia is over there sa bag, which, layo. So, I mean, hindi ko rin naman masasaksak yung phone ko ngayon and mapakita, but Google Cardboard na lang. Yeah, so I have a lot of Google Cardboard kasi mura lang naman siya eh. Melvin Ibanez, what's up? Kevin Reyes, what's up? Samsung VR maganda. So, I actually kind of like all of the VR technologies. Samsung is pretty good yung VR nila, but it's just it's Oculus. Kaya lang ayoko sa kanya, medyo mahal. Xbox One nga 20K na without Kinect. Yeah, pero ano nga eh, I mean, ang problema kasi sa Xbox One is ini-import from another country. Hindi siya local ano eh, local official eh. So, kaya mahal si Xbox One. But dapat, ang translation ang converted price ng Xbox One should be around 16,000 na rin eh. Kasi ano siya, $350 in the United States eh. Kuya, nag-message si Kuya Gian. Baka sasali siya sa show. Let me see. Let me see. Sorry, maglalag tayo konti. Kung sasali siya, kailangan ko mag-headphones. Melvin Ibanez says, Hi po, Kuya Rita ba? So sasali nga si Gian. Nakaabot din. Bulalo. Sir Alex, nakakaramdam din kayo ng scheduled slowdowns ng ganitong oras lately from your ISP? Well, yes. Lalo sa Facebook. Yun yung ano eh. Okay, wait. Who's? Okay, sasali si Kuya Gian. Cardboard versus Samsung VR versus Sony VR. Um, I think in terms of actual playable games, it's gonna be Sony VR because they're gonna have ano siya eh, yun yung full console game type games eh. And those will be the fully generated, fully created worlds na pang consumer. Kasi Samsung VR is more for experimental purposes to a lot of people, and Cardboard is much more experimental to a lot of people. HoloLens. HoloLens is not VR, but yes, it's also another technology. Sandali lang kasi kailangan natin gumawa ng Hangouts para sa ating para sa ating mga VPO. Si ano ba? Was it Jason? You want to join kung gusto mo? If I'm gonna make a hangout, Google Hangouts, I'm gonna invite you guys na rin. Blah, 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 blah. How do you do? Paano na nga ba gawin nito ulit? Oh, sorry guys. How do you BTS again? Wait lang. So yeah, it's gonna be Humina audio. Oh, napindot ko na naman. Sorry, napindot ko na naman yung audio. Uh, oh my God, the lag. Okay, bigyan niyo ako ng like a few minutes na medyo laggy and medyo choppy yung ating video and stream. Kasi I'm gonna try and open a Hangouts and then medyo marami akong bubuksan and marami akong i-open and ano. My God, the internet to. Okay. So, paano nga ba mag-invite? Copy link. There we go. All right. There. There we go. Teka lang, magkakabit tayo ng headphones. Ah, sorry, hindi ako prepared. Nagulat ako. I thought it was just me today, but it's better na meron tayong kasama. Nga lang, I am not prepared. Holy crap. Guys, I don't know about this lag. Sandali lang, maniniguro ako na walang gumagamit ng internet at least paniguro lang pansamantala. Kasi this is getting bad. So I'll be right back. I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Okay, the lag is gonna be really, really bad. But, I don't know. Tignan natin. Yeah, it's bad, guys. It's bad. All right, so Let's make it worse. I don't know.
Hello?
Yeah, oh wait, yeah, yeah. What's up? What's up?
Ayun.
Dali lang. I will be kakabit ko muna yung headphones ko para hindi tayo mag-echo.
Okay, sige.
Ano balita? Kuya.
Ayos lang, nakuha ko na yung S7 ko.
Woo! S7. Ano yan, ano? Di ba yan yung British band? S Club 7?
I'm not sure. Basta Exynos to.
Exynos,
Yung
yeah, yeah.
octa-core.
May ano may recent, what do you call this? There we go. Headphones is on. Sorry, kailangan natin yung setup ng konti. Wala, ay, hindi ka mag-video. You're just gonna do audio.
Pwede ba? Baka mag-lag tayo sobra.
Ikaw lang. That's option. Ikaw bahala.
Sige, mag-audio na lang.
Sige. Ah, balita kay Kuya Bibs, Kuya Alex. So, oh my God, may nagtatanong kay B-Boy. All right, let's do this. Guys, sabihin niyo kung naglalag pa rin tayo. Um, Here's what we'll do. We'll go here. Wait. Oh my God, hindi ko nakikita ginagawa ko. Sorry, I just really I hope talaga next after Holy Week nagawa na yung bago kong PC para hindi na tayo maglalag, at least internet na lang yung problema. Uh this one. All right, this one with the web browser, and message natin si B-Boy.
Join si
B-Boy,
B-Boy.
nasaan ka na daw? Sa Sino ba nagtatanong? Si hello, yes, wala nang pasok, bakasyon na. BTS mode, haha, beast mode, wala ang tulog. North, balita kay hanap ka ni Nerm. Huwag ka na mag-TNT sa Abu Dhabi.
Ah,
Kimokori, may horror games na ba sa VR, especially PlayStation VR? Magkakaroon yan. Hindi pwedeng wala. I'm thinking Slender the Arrival for PS4. That would be awesome. I think hindi Slender. Baka iba. Kasi matagal na si Slender eh. Ano na yun eh. Spotify pa more, 28 Mbps yung LTE ko ngayon. Thanks for the feedback. Dito rin sa akin, FP is really slow. Di ba kasali yung Opposite Drift? Ano to? Yo, 28-2, you want in? I can PM you, no, I can PM you the join link. Since nandito na rin tayo eh. Wait lang, wait lang, wait lang. Sorry,
sagutin
sorry.
ko lang.
Natatan
Sagutin ko lang yung tanong ni Bulalo. Yung S7 ko, this is recontract from Globe. So, ang free nito is a Bluetooth headset. So, well, di ba, si S7 may free siya na VR. So, si Smart may plan siya na ganon. Sa Globe, it is free yung VR kapag naka-platinum ka. Meaning 3799 and above.
So ano yung plan mo?
Recontract lang ako, bale 1499. So, ang nakuha ko ng free is yung Bluetooth headset.
Nabalitaan nyo yung pagkapanalo ni Lee Sedol kay AlphaGo. At least nakaisa ang human. Ano to, di ba? Sa Go?
Sa Go. Yung Go play. Para best of 3. Tapos 3 straight win si AlphaGo. Tapos isa pang game, doon nanalo yung human.
Ano na? Sino nanalo ng best of 3?
Na-sweep ni computer, na-sweep ni AI. Tapos sabi nung human, isa pa ulit, parang no bearing.
Okay. Well, at least nakabawi siya.
No nga.
S7 with VR na yan. Yan yung tanong kanina. Exynos. Kamusta yung ano? How's the Antutu score and stuff ng Exynos?
Antutu score ko was 100 plus 1,000. Wait lang. Basta sobrang taas. Siya yung pinakamataas, I think, na device nung nag-Antutu ako.
Yeah. I think yung ano lang yan, yung Kirin 950. Hindi ko nga alam kung alin yung mas mataas eh. Kasi wala pang naka-record na bagong Exynos or bagong Kirin sa Antutu eh.
Yeah, yung ito yung score, 126,081.
126,000. Yeah. Mataas yan. There's, that's,
So,
that's,
yeah.
God, naklik ko na naman. Naklik ko na naman yung microphone ko. Patayin ko na nga itong, I just need, it's so, alam niyo yung icon ng microphone. Ito, I'm showing you my OBS right now where the microphone icon is. This is the microphone icon. Pag naklik mo yan, anywhere, it changes the volume of my microphone. And lahat ng ginagawa ko is around here. Lahat ng kailangan kong klikan is around here. And dinatrack ko yung window ko and everything. So lagi ko tinasasagin. Just to show you guys. Baka pumunta na sa Strawberry Fest. So hindi mo balak mag VR with G.
Wala, I don't, siguro kung meron man, baka yung
Pero
PS.
pwede ka naman bumili for 5K eh. It's actually you can just buy one
Ah,
outright eh.
pero yung PSVR very interesting.
Mm.
Baka
O nga pala, may PlayStation ka rin. Let's see. Baka pumunta sa Strawberry Festival. Wala, hindi nagre-reply guys. Kitang-kita nyo naman, nag-message ako eh. Oh.
baka nasa Canyon Woods na naman si
Ayan o,
B-Boy.
nag-message ako. Walang reply. Oh. Kitang-kita nyo naman. Ah, lang. Sorry, hindi ko mabasa lahat. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Miss ka na namin Kuya B-Boy, sabi ni Cherry Fiction, right? Sabi.
Alex, yung mic mo daw, may parang nag-alien.
Oh, talaga?
Sabi ni Ian Parinas.
Wait. Sabihin nyo nga kung okay, kung baka naman kanina yung nag-okay, nag-alien. Hindi kasi medyo malakas din kumain yung yung resources eh. Baka nag-echo din dahil sa resources ko na kinakain. Wait lang. I'll try to close some windows here. What can I close? I'll close this. I'll close my live dashboard na rin para bubasan tayo ng konti. Ano talaga eh. Yung ano na talaga eh. I need that PC upgrade na eh. Very, very soon talaga.
Talaga.
Kamusta yung audio? Is it still bad?
Talangin natin na YouTube, folks.
Baka may sakit ulit si Mr. PSC. Walang sakit yun. Sakit sa ulo lang. Oh my God. Oh, may tanong dito tungkol sa Cherry Mobile devices, guys. Patay tayo dito. Let's see. Tanong off-contract po ba yung S7 mo? Hindi, on-contract nga eh, kasi it's renewal, diba? So another 2 years, right?
Yes,
I guess it's not bad kung talagang gamit naman yung right?
Tsaka I'm actually paying cheaper as compared yung sa lumang contract mo.
Tama, kasi parang, ano na yan, loyalty na yan.
Yeah.
Sir, tanong lang po, Cubix Cube True po ba ay worth buying? I think so, yeah. I think it's not a bad phone. But it's actually on our webcam right now. Let's go back to that. This one. There we go. So this is the Cubix Cube 3 on the right. Yeah. So I think it's a good phone, and I think it's better than the Flare S4 and the Flare 4. Particularly battery life, even cameras. I think the Cubix Cube 3 has better cameras and UI than the Flare S4 and the Flare 4. And yun lang naman yung kalaban niya at this price point, 5,000 pesos with octa-core 6753. Yeah, 6753. This has a bigger battery, more megapixels on the camera, and it looks like much better yung camera. Plus, tingnan mo to, G. The Android is nearly untouched. Nakita mo ba? I don't know. Nga pala sa Hangouts.
Wait, nakamute ako. Yung sa Cubix,
Yeah.
mukhang stock siya.
It is as untouched as it could be. Sayang lang kasi ang laki ng bezel sa baba. What model yung S7 na offer dito? Exynos or Snapdragon? Exynos yung sa'yo, di ba?
Yeah, Exynos yung sa akin.
Yeah. Yikes, ang mahal sa Globe. Mas okay pa tayong sa Smart. Gusto ko muna S7. Smart na yan sa Globe. Although, limited lang up to March 14 at for approval pa. Mga sir, pwede po bang Gohan de la Cruz? Mga sir, pwede po bang gawa kayo ng video comparison ng Flare S4 Plus and a Flare Mate? Lilito po kasi ako kung ano po bibiling ko. Thanks you. Thanks po. All right. Let me do something with our text box here para medyo mas clear. Wala na po kaming Cherry mobile units. Wala po kaming masasabi. Yeah. Anong gusto niyo? What do you want me to say? Kasi wala akong kahit anong cherry ngayon. Right?
Wala nang cherry.
Okay?
RIP cherry
Rest in
mobile.
peace. O, yun na lang. Sama ko na rin yun. Oo, nasama na natin yun. No? Rest in peace, Cherry Mobile. Kung di nyo pa rin gets, ayaw, paano ko ba iyan to? Wala na tayo units parang forever na po. Ewan, bahala na. Pero wala akong magagawa na. Na po. Dahil, yan ha, gagawin nating nobela. Hindi naman sila nagko-contact na at kahit si B-Boy hindi na po kino-contact. Okay? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Lalalala. So wala na po tayong masasabi tungkol sa Cherry Mobile simula ngayon. Okay? Yan. Okay. May nobela na nagsascroll sa baba ng screen nyo, guys.
Bilisan mo yung pag-scroll.
Gusto nyo ba? Bilisan ko ba ng konti? Alright, bilisan ko ng konti. Kasi mahaba yung explanation eh. Kailangan, Alright, yan. Mahaba, mabilis-bilis na yan, ha? Okay. Alright. Yan na. Yan, pinakamabilis-bilis na yan. Oh. Forever na, ewan, bahala na. Okay, sige, yan. Alien versus. Kamusta na yung mic ko? Okay na ba?
Okay na, wala nang
With BTS comparison lang po ng Cubix Cube 3 and Flare Mate. Please refer to the scrolling text sa baba, okay? Kirin versus Exynos versus Snapdragon versus MediaTek versus Intel versus Nvidia. That's a very ganun nakarami yung no? Processor brands ngayon eh. Nvidia for gaming, but not for much else. MediaTek for affordability. Intel for actually hindi na masyadong wala masyadong ngayon ng Intel full. I mean wala siyang specialty for their processors these days for Android. Actually, may nagtanong about Intel Android processors dun sa Intel event and medyo deadma sila. Yung parang wala kami bago for Android.
Baka hindi nila pina-prioritize siguro.
Mukhang hindi priority. Yeah. So Exynos, Kirin, and Snapdragon. Ako Snapdragon pa rin. But Exynos is if you want pure power, and Kirin na rin for if you want pure power, but slightly less well-known brand, right? By the way,
anong phone yung gumagamit ng Kirin?
Huawei. Sila yung it's their own design processor, it's their own factory built processor, the Kirin processors. Malakas sila eh. Sila yung katapat ni Snapdragon 820 tsaka si Exynos sa benchmarks these days. But hindi exactly on par kasi the only phones na may Kirin right now are 1080p, hindi Quad HD.
By the way, mas mabilis po ng konti ang Snapdragon 820 chip kesa po sa Exynos. Napatunayan na po in some channel. CTR King 3D VR na lang, 880 pesos lang. Dude, maraming VR goggles na pwedeng ang bilhin. You don't need to buy from CTR King. NPA na si B-Boy, Jerry Vigrahay, napalad ko naka-VR, nanood ng porn gamit ng VR. Yeah, you can do that. May sakit ulit si Mr. P. Baka may sakit ulit. No, walang sakit yan. Sakit sa ulo lang yan. Sakit sa utak. Dali lang, dali lang. Ah, oh my God, ang daming atang ah, parang echo talaga. Wait lang.
Wait lang,
Hello?
kailangan ba mag-earphones din ako?
Huh.
Kasi yung sounds ko sa speakers.
Wala kang headphones.
Well, pwede ako mag-earphones.
Yun. Eh, makakatulong yun. Hindi siya mag-echo pag naka-headphones. Ang dami mo Cherry Mobile topics, Sir Alex. Ibig sabihin, nagbigay na sila ng review unit. Nope. Hahantingin kita, Kuya Bibs, mahahadjob.
Ayan, naka-earphones na ako.
Ayan.
Let me know kung okay na. Ay, mukhang okay na.
Agad.
Nakasurround pa ba?
Teka lang. Don't say anything. Titingnan ko kung pag nagsalita ako, narinig ko sa kabila sa'yo. Test! Okay na yan. Pwede na yan. I think. Yeah. So the new question is, wala ngayong option for a super high generation or next generation Nexus or Android, stock Android, yung mga stock Android fans today. Kasi there's new high-powered processors out there with the Kirin, with the Snapdragon 820 na for some reason bigla wala lumabas na walang problema, right? This year. Ang tawag dito. Ngayon parang na left out yung stock Android fans from last year because they were stuck with bad octa-cores from Snapdragon, and it's not as powerful as na dapat nakuha natin. Like the 808
Yeah.
and the 810 are not as powerful as we would like. It's like an upgraded, ang net effect niya parang gumanda lang yung Snapdragon 800 mo eh. Naging 64-bit siya, pero walang performance gain eh. But the 820 is massive performance gain, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
So na left out at this point, March 2016 or at least this early 2016, walang option yung stock Android users. And that's why people are looking into the S7 and the LG G5 and whatever because they're Snapdragon 820. Kasi si Qualcomm nagkamali dun sa 810, 808 na yun. Thankfully, the 820 seems promising this year. But yeah, we might have to if you were a fan of the vanilla Android camp, baka we have to wait later this year pa when the next Nexuses will be announced. When I got my S5, I got the Snapdragon version. Yeah, yung sa akin din yung S5 ko, Snapdragon. Rest in peace, Cherry Mobile 2016. So may nakakalusot pa lang mga Snapdragon locally. Ay, sorry po mga Sir Text. CM CEO Sin sa Wenyay Kung Lao Mi. Sino yun? Walang forever. Who got schools? By the way, binabayaran po ba po kayo ng YouTube? Konti. It's like you need like 1 million views para lang kumita ng maganda. Si Kuya Bib sumunta sa bundok, nagdo-drone, yun ang drama. Ang tanong kaninong bundok ang dinodrone ni Mr. PSG? Alam niyo yung bundok na suso ng dalaga? Meron sa sa ano yan? Bandang region 3. Umiyak kasi yun si surround sound. Walang forever guys, yun nga lang sa Microsoft Windows Phone daw the best. Tatanim pa lang si Cherry Mobile sa Strawberry Fields, Intel for Super Init. Wait lang, hindi. Ang tagal na nitong usapan. Hindi ako up to date sa comments. Sorry. Hindi ba worth kapag bumili kayo ng CM units para i-review sa YouTube channel nyo, mga sir? Tanong lang po. No, not worth. Hindi mo naman mabebenta. I mean, kung binenta ko agad, baka. I mean, yung Cubix Cube ko, feeling ko, ibibenta ko agad eh. Hopefully, mabawi ko. Kahit 4,000, ibenta ko 4,000 para lang mabawi ko. Pero kung binenta ko sa BTS community yan, sigurado lahat ng mga tao, raffle yan, libre na lang yan. So, wala din tayo magagawa. VR sa CDR King, pag-mail ko pa nag-start. What's up, Emilio Aquino? Okay na yung audio mo, Giancarlo. Yun, so okay na daw yung surround sound daw. Bar is up. What's up, Robert Liban? Ang saya ng my phone ngayon. Huwag ka na umiyak siya. The 652 seems to be very promising. Sana more ang pressure with laser autofocus at OIS sana sa phone. I don't know kung automatic natin makukuha yung ganyan, but you know, it's all about what the brands will do. Chance mo na my phone na ang babawi. So paano naman sila magre-review? Paano naman sila magre-review kung di na sila pinadadahan na siya my phone store? I don't know, dude. You know, the marketing people are doing nothing sa Cherry Mobile. And like kahit si B-Boy, di ba Gian, you read yung usapan natin sa PM, right? Yung nabasa mo yun, di ba?
Oo.
Si B-Boy wala. Si B-Boy yung sobrang matyaga pa naman si B-Boy sa kumausap ng tao. Ako hindi ako matyaga kumausap ng tao. Kung si B-Boy nagsawa na kumausap sa Cherry Mobile, ako mas lalo siguradong simula pa lang sawa na akong kausapin eh. Hindi na maayos kausap, unfortunately. And we're actually trying to we're getting some of the management to actually react. Kaya medyo meron tayong pinaparinggan sa Cherry Mobile ngayon na hindi from the marketing people na walang ginagawa. I mean, pinaparinggan ko na yung mismo management na sabi ko, we've been here, kami ni B-Boy nandito kami 4 years ago. Kami yung nag-vlog ng Cherry Mobile nung wala pang nagba-vlog ng Cherry Mobile, pinagtatawanan ng ibang brands ng ibang vlogs si Cherry Mobile. And then ngayon, wala. Oh my God. Well, kung ganun talaga ang pagpapalakad, wala na akong magagawa. Pero talaga seryoso lang. I mean, I'm sorry kung magiging rant ito or whatever. And I'm sorry sa Cherry Mobile kung napunta sa on-air itong usapan na to. Because I just cannot shut up anymore about this thing. Because people keep asking about, may player mate po ba kayo? Right? And parang, ayoko naman sabihin, meron darating because wala na, pakiramdam ko wala naman darating eh. Ano na lang, show ko pala to so pwede akong magbura, no? Ginadjakol ka na lang eh. Oh yeah, I mean, si B-Boy, yung, nabasa mo yung reply kay B-Boy, di ba? Sabihin mo hindi ginadjakol si B-Boy. Di ba? Ginadjakol si B-Boy eh. Siguro gusto rin ni B-Boy. Kaya, joke lang. Hindi, pero dude, hindi naman sa hindi naman, I don't want to be desperate, hindi ako, ayoko manghiram or what. But I've been waiting for a unit for 3 months now. Wala pa ring contact, wala pa ring message, wala pa ring what. And susuko na ako kasi ayoko nang magantay. Susuko na ako kasi ano pa bang sasabihin ko sa nanonood ng BTS or nanonood ng mga videos ko na puro meron po ba kayong review nito? Meron po ba? Sasabihin ko ba hindi ko para maybe or sabihin ko na lang no. Wala kasi pakiramdam ko yung flare selfie magtatatlong buwan na. Tapos na. Baka naman wala ng flare selfie bago pa ma-review yun. Diba? So, minsan, ano na tayo, mag-realistic na lang tayo di ba? Kung walang darating, 3 months after, wag na lang natin pag-usap, wag na nating anuhin kasi wag na tayo, walang forever, guys. Uh, sorry. Um, my God. I don't know.
At saka ay, yung ang ano dyan, parang yung courtesy man lang na sabihin sa kayo, di ba?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of back and forth about this. And gusto kong i-mention si Reggie Ramos, who's been very, very nice about this entire thing. And he gives me good points about why nagkaka-problema sa Cherry Mobile and why dapat I should be a little bit more lenient and maybe try to communicate better by saying kahit yung padaanin ko na lang na, oy guys, di ba? Bakit ganito yan? Wala ba tayong pwedeng gawin dyan? Or ano ba nangyayari? Like, ako kasi, ako personality ko, instantly sasabihin ko, ginajakol ako eh. Right? Yung isang reply mo pa lang sa akin, sabihin, ay, ginajakol na ako. Kasi ano na ako eh, alam ko na yun eh. But, Reggie suggests na parang, that some of these people don't actually know enough what they're doing na hindi nila alam ginajakol na ako or niloloko na lang ako. So I think basically a suggestion is, be more forthcoming or be more paalam ko sa kanila na pakiramdam ko ginajakol nila ako. At least yun yung pagkakaintindi ko. But ano talaga eh, it's been 3 months, guys. Si B-Boy sumuko na eh. And yun na nga, like I said, binasa mo naman yung PM sa kanya. Wala nang nangyari sa PM niya. Ako pa kaya. Si B-Boy napakabait, napakasipag magtanong. Pupunta pa yun sa TAF kung kailangan. Ako hindi ako pupunta sa TAF kasi Diyos ko naman. Ayoko mamatay tapos nakalagay sa puntod ko. Spent half of his life trying to get review units for 3 hours nakasakay sa sardinas. Nakasakay sa lata ng sardinas para lang makakuha ng review units. Hindi ko nagagawin 'yon, guys. Matanda na tayo. Pero di ba? Ganoon na lang matatanda na tayo, guys. Hindi na dapat pinapastol 'yan. Kung may units man, kailangan ko pang lakarin yun? Ano ba to, gobyerno? Nagtatrabaho ako sa gobyerno? Kailangan kong lakarin? Kailangan may pipila pa ako ng form, guys. Application for review unit. Pumunta ka sa top. Doon, lakarin mo doon. Tsaka bayaran mo na rin yung fixer doon. Tapos magantay ka ng 5 araw, balik ka ulit. Ganon na ba tayo ngayon? Meron ng ganon? Diyos ko! Yumayaman ba ako? Hindi naman ako yumayaman dito. Pabor na lang to eh. Meron forever, guys. Yun nga lang sa Microsoft. Hindi, lumampas na ako dyan. Sorry, medyo mabilis kasi gumalaw yung chat eh. So minsan mahirap i-scroll. BS Mobile na dapat ibigay.
Yung team ba ng Cherry ngayon? Are they the same or iba na sila?
No, kasi understandably maraming nagpalit-palit sa kanilang personnel that communicates with media. Naiintindihan ko yun. Kaya binigyan ko ng buwan eh. Binigyan ko ng 3 buwan eh. Wala pa rin eh. And dumarating ngayon, meron silang pine-prefer na lang na ibang vlog. Which is sa akin okay lang, pero sabihin mo sa akin kasi hindi na lang ako mag-aantay. Kayo na. Kayo na lang mag-usapan, hindi na ako bahala na kayo kasi ano na to eh. Sabihin mo na lang sa akin kasi ayokong umaasa pa. Huwag mo na ako paasahin. Jajakulin ka lang eh. Meron ba kayong units? Update na lang kita. Jakol. Gusto mo dilaan ko pa. come on, man! Diba, tatanda na natin. HTC, di ba partner ni Google for Nexus devices for 3 years simula 2016? Yes, there's a rumor about that. Hindi ko alam kung confirmed. CDR King na lang sana kumuha sa inyo para marami kayong ma-review na kung ano-ano. Ang problema sa CDR King, well, the thing with CDR King things is, mabenta yung views ng CDR King. But nobody who wants to buy something from CDR King will actually go online and read reviews for that. Kasi, yung bibili lang naman nila, cable, SD card, mga ganun, gagastos pa sila para lang makabasa ng review ng ano. Nisin, ikaw na gumawa ng paraan. Shoutout kay Mr. Lonson. Yeah, so shoutout kay Lonson. Si Lonson po ang kinakausap natin about the problems with Cherry Mobile. He's been very supportive. He wants to correct all of these issues. But even up until today, this Saturday, nakakaramdam ako ng preferential treatment from Cherry Mobile. And hindi ako yung preferred. So, so totoo lang, I don't really care kung hindi ako preferred vlogger ng Cherry Mobile. Gusto ko lang malaman kung may forever o wala. Kung aantayin ko pa ba o hindi na. Kasi kung at this point, 3 buwan na, mag-move on na lang ako. Mag-move on na tayo. Lahat tayo guys mag-move on na kasi wala na tayong Cherry Mobile. 3 buwan na eh. Ha? 3 buwan na guys. 3 months. I think December 4 yung last na may nakilala na na-meet ako, nakausap ako sa Cherry Mobile na matino. Na yung na review natin, yung Cherry Action Cam. So, kung sabihin natin may kinakausap kang babae or nililigawan ka, tapos ang huli yung usapan December 4. Tapos nagme-message ka, walang reply. Nagme-message ka, sin zone. Tinatanong mo, kamusta ka na? I-update na lang kita. Di ba? Tapos, magkita tayo, walang balit, wala. Tapos, nakita mo sa Facebook, may kamit siyang iba. Tama? Tama ba yung sinasabi ko, G?
Yes.
Nakita mo sa Facebook, may kamit siyang iba. Okay lang. O, sige. Tanong ulit tayo, kamusta na? Walang reply. Oh. Okay. 1 buwan na, 2 buwan. May kamit na naman siyang iba. Aba! Pangalawa na 'yon. Pangatlo na. Baka parang may pattern na ako nakikita. Hindi na ba ako kausap nung nililigawan ko o nung ni ate? Aba, kailangan pa bang subukan ko? Ay message ulit natin. Ano nang balita? Kamusta na? Oh. Wala na ba tayong pag-uusapan? Hindi na ba tayo magkikita? I don't know. Update kita. Susunod ka pa rin? Ano yan? Walang forever. Hindi ba? Huwag na tayong ganito. Tama. Sa bagay gabi naman. Ang susunod na palabas ay rated SPG, striktong gabay ng magulang ang kailangan. Dangetsu, what's up? Hide kids, hide wives. Lagyan natin ng SPG, ng yung gano'n, tapos yung tumatalbog-talbog yun, kaya walang bago video si Mr. Pinoy Screencast dahil oh yes! Nakita, may flare mate ba si B-Boy? Wala! Kasi ano nga eh. Oh, si B-Boy, nandiligaw si B-Boy eh. Hi ate! Kamusta ka na? Pa-flare mate ka naman dyan!
Si B-Boy yung martir.
Sabihin mo, totoo yung sinasabi ko, di ba G? Totoo yan.
Tama.
So maliligaw ka pa rin? Aasa ka pa rin? 3 buwan na guys! 3 buwan na! Mag-move on na tayo! Right? Diyos ko. Ang ganda yung mga comments. I'm naked right now. Sandali lang babasa ako. Oh my God. Ah, oh no, ang daming comments. Uh, sandali lang ha. Hold, wait. Minsan kasi bumabalik pa yung scroll ko eh. Sorry, kailangan, basahin ko ba lahat ito or what? Gusto ko magbasa eh.
Siguro yung highlight, may nabasa akong ilang comments. Si Bulalo tsaka si Rainer, I think they're saying the same thing. Baka daw kasi masyadong concentrated yung Cherry sa kanilang expansion. Kaya hindi na
Yeah.
okay.
Hindi, pero ano talaga eh. Hindi talaga, yeah. Naintindihan ko naman. Ako, sabi nga ni, si Reggie nga, may point din si Reggie talaga na parang hindi naman nila talaga alam na ang tawag dito na ganun dapat or dapat makipag-communicate kayo or whatever or ayusin nyo. But ganun nga kasi para sa amin ni B-Boy and whatnot, parang ang deadma. Deadma talaga. I mean, hindi parang deadma talaga. And like I said, may pinapansin niyang iba. And then pag ikaw yung nagtatanong, wala, deadma pa rin. So, wala eh. Wala eh. I don't know. Wala na akong magagawang ibang interpretation dyan, guys. Ginadjakol ka na lang. Sabi ng babae, kuya, yes, alam mo, pahingi, manood nanood ka na ba ng, hindi. Ano bang hinihingi ng babae pagka alahas? Hindi lang. Kuya, ang ganda nung nakita kong damit dun sa gano'n na lang. Tapos bibigyan mo ayoko. Nanonood po yung officials ng YouTube. Di naman nila maintindihan, di sila nagtatagalog. Si Kuya B-Boy nag-unbox pa ng flare selfie. Pumunta siya sa event eh. Alam mo bang yung event na yun is Friday, payday. Yung event na yun, yung pinuntahan for flare selfie. Ang alam ko, pagkakatanda ko, sa dinaanan ni B-Boy, 2:00 na ata siya nakauwi o dahil kasi sa traffic eh. Taga Novaliches po si B-Boy. Ang event sa Taft ng hapon.
Taga Novaliches din si B-Boy?
Novaliches si B-Boy.
Okay.
Ako hindi ko sa padala nyo na lang. Gusto nyo bigyan ko kayo ng 150, paano nyo? Pag Grab Express nyo o i-send. Wala eh. Wala. Sarap magbulalo na naman. Cherry Mobile VR Jackal Edition, walang below 18 years old dito. Ako po, below 18 po ako. Baka dahil sa expansion kaya di maasikaso yung marketing locally or wala na ba sila pakialam locally? Hindi ko alam dude. Supposedly hindi naman kasi si Ronson talaga I think they have the best intentions, even the marketing or media relations, pero talagang it does not come off as they give a shit. Sorry, I mean this has been SPG na naman to lahat naman every single BTS nagmumura na ako eh. So wala namang bearing ito but talagang it's bad. B-Boy masipag tapos ganun. Si B-Boy guys. Wala, si B-Boy sumuko talaga eh. Talagang pag nabasa mo yung sinasabi ni B-Boy, suko eh. Ako kasi parang wala lang eh. Pero grabe si B-Boy talagang si B-Boy maapektuhan sa ganyan eh. Sabay-sabay tayong mag-message sa Cherry Mobile page sa Facebook. Subukan nyo. I don't know. Basta, alam niyo ang gagawin ko, at least some part of this BTS, you know what, papakita ko kay Lonson. I don't know how, why, what, but yung part na babae naliligaw, yun magandang explanation of what's going on right now. Yo, Giancarlo, ikaw na lang. Kaya ganyan natin kamahal ang Pilipinas. Nanonood si Mark Zuckerberg. Hindi nanonood si Mark Zuckerberg, nag-ano yun sa Facebook. Kinokopya niya yung video na to sa Facebook. Kasi may personal reviewer na sila, di ba? Hindi ko alam eh. Hindi ko alam kung anong may iba. Ewan ko. Alam nyo, wala naman, hindi naman, yung videos ko, hindi naman pinopromote ni Cherry Mobile sa page nila or sa Twitter nila. So, baliwala din. Hindi ko naman, wala naman ako napapala eh. Rally na yan sa CM. Does this mean na di nagbibigay ng review unit ang Cherry Mobile kahit kanino? No! Merong yung review units yung ibang plugs. Kaya nga sabi sa'yo, yung babae may pinapansin iba. May pinapansin ng iba yung babae. Kasi na nire-review natin pati flaws yung mga units nila. Yeah, I mean, that's probably one of the reasons kung bakit di tayo preferred. Jakol, wala po bang show?
Hindi ko ba siya ito?
This is the show, man. The Jacolero show. Ako nga, personal units ko lagi ni-review ko. Blah, blah, blah. Na-unbox nila. Forever is not enough. Shoutout po kay Mark Zuckerberg. Hindi na BTS, ito BJS. Check nyo page ng Cherry. May review agad new products. Kaso mas prefer ko pa rin mga Pinoy tech reviewers. Thank you, sir. Hoy, Gian, sana maintindihan niya tayo. Show. Matapos na ba? Nag-jump keyboard ko. #Hugot. Please yung babae nililigawan mo, ginajakol ka. At ang kamitso sa FB ay ang oh, huwag niyo masyadong huwag kayo masyadong, hindi, sa totoo lang, huwag kayo huwag niyong sisihin yung ibang lalaki. Kung yung babae, huwag niyong sisihin yung ibang lalaki. Sisihin niyo yung babae. Kasi, yung lalaki ganun talaga yun eh. Kahit sino, or kung yun at least sa metaphor natin ha. I'm not subscribing to gender roles na ganito yung lalaki, ganito yung babae. At least for our example, na kung tayo yung lalaki, and hindi na tayo pinapansin ng babae for 3 months, kailangan mag-move on na tayo. At nakita mo pa sa Facebook or wherever na pinapansin siyang iba multiple times and then tinanong mo siya about it, and then di ka pa rin pinapansin and whatnot, aasa ka pa ba? Huwag ka nang umasa. Yun na lang talaga. Naging ganyan si CM dahil nag-international brand na raw sila, papasok sila ng internet, kaya ipunin mo kapangyarihan mo para sa Windows Phone. Kuya, ipunin mo kapangyarihan mo para sa Windows Phone ng CM. What the hell? Naging love advice yung BTS. Naging radio. Kasi nga ni-review pati flaws ng product nila. Parang love talaga si Cherry Mo. Pagkatapos mong gawin ang lahat para sa kanya, tapos iiwan ka rin niya. Sakit masa. Wow! love ratio. Love ratio. Di ba love ratio? BS Mobile na lang i-review mo. Kayo naman ang unang nakagalaw sa Cherry, so di na siya virgin. Wow! Imochi! Hindi guys, so ano lang naman, ako sa totoo lang, it doesn't even matter. I will do what I do. We will do what we do. We've never subscribed to hindi tayo magsusubscribe sa maliligaw tayo ng brands, hindi tayo gano'n. Kasi ano tayo eh, I've never been in it for pretty much just asking for units and basically the money. The reason why we started BTS, the reason why I started the channel and everything, is gusto ko i-improve yung tech literacy sa Pilipinas. And think of what we've done in the past 4 or 5 years. 4 years ago, a few years ago, hindi mo man may imagine merong live stream tech show na intricately pinag-uusapan bawat isang particular camera quality, optical stabilization, processors, stock Android, and lahat ng mga ganun. Would you have imagined merong ganitong programa or YouTube channel a few years ago? Wala. I mean, and tingnan mo yung lahat ng, even yung mga tao sa Flare X group, few years ago, hindi nila alam yung alam nila ngayon. Just a few years back, walang mga alam yung mga tao about gadgets, about phones, about stuff like that. And tingnan mo ngayon, a lot of people take these kinds of live stream programs and yung usapan na mas maganda to kasi quad core, mas maganda to kasi hindi lahat about 8 megapixels. Meron na mga tao nakakaalam about those these days because hopefully meron din tayong ito to sa community, sa whatever, naitulong doon. So, para sa akin, secondary na lang yung if I can get extra money from advertising and stuff like that. Pero nakita nyo, yung YouTube channel ko has never been sponsored post, bayaran na review, and whatnot. Because hindi ko gusto I mean, pag sinabi kong hindi mag tingnan niyo yung camera comparison ko ng Flare X, minumura ako ng group because I wanted to be as honest as possible to say na hindi ganun kalinaw yung camera ng Flare X. I mean, it's a good camera. Oh, it's a good camera. Yung Flare X has a good camera, but not that good. Not that good. Na hindi siya mag-blur in low light. And yun naman ang point ko low light But whatever, right? It's not a popular opinion, but I want to educate people. I don't want to be the guy na gusto ko lang sumikat. I want to educate people that there are better things out there, better cameras out there. Dude, andito pa rin si andito pa rin si Imba Cristal, oh. This the camera that will beat a lot of phones is still here. The Star Mobile Crystal with its 8 megapixel camera still shoots amazing shots. But no other blog has told you that, right? May nagsabi na ba na ibang blog na ang ganda-ganda ng camera ng Star Mobile Crystal, natalo niya yung mga even mga very popular phones today? No. Because why do they care? Hindi naman sila kikita doon Cherry Mobile T20 Touch. Tagal na nun. Worth it ba na... What's up, Charles Yauto? Welcome to the show. Worth it ba na bumili ng Cherry Mobile S4 Plus? I've actually... It's not one of the... Yung Cherry Mobile S4 Plus, inabutan ko pa. Hindi ko na-review yan, hindi pinadala. But nahawakan ko lang siya a little bit. I don't think the S4 Plus is worth it. I think mas magagandahan ka kung... I mean, this is gonna be controversial, but I might go Flare X instead. Or, personal opinion, I will go Android 1G1. But kung tatapat mo sa S4 Plus, I will go with Flare X instead of S4 Plus. Real reviewer reviews ang phones no matter what happened. Kung ship talaga nila yun para pang-gawin ng channel nila, more view, more money, pakilala. Please huwag ka na magtanong, Charis, ko sa akin. 40% lang improvement ng Cherry Mobile over the years. At least improve. Important, nakita natin ang pagbabago nila in a positive way. Try mo, Idol, mag-review ng Playground PH products. Familiar ka ba sa kanila? Try ko, kausapin sa mga... Okay lang. Si B-Boy reviews Playground products. To be honest, I mean, Playground products are okay, but they're almost generic to me. Bluetooth headphones na... Sa totoo lang, ito na naman yung mga opinions na hindi tama They're average products, okay? The Playground.ph product, they're basically rebranded stuff that looks good, but they're not quality is okay lang. And fine, I can review those. I can give you my 100% super duper 100% honest opinion about them, which is wala akong problema sa akin. But I would not actively search for those kinds of products to review. Dude, headphones and whatever else, speakers are a dime a dozen. You magbato ka ng bato sa technology, may tatamaan kang headphones at may tatamaan kang speakers. Right? Those are everywhere. I got speakers everywhere sa kwarto from a lot of brands. I got headphones from everywhere. Because malakas yung pera dun And Playground is no different. I mean, it's not a bad thing for them to do that. But, what can I say? It's like ano bang pwede ko sabihin about this thing that is completely average? Ah, kung American na may-ari ng Cherry Mobile, siguro may sariling chipset na yung Cherry Mobile. I don't know. I don't think so. Ah, tama ang silbi ng review. Pag di honest, tama yan, sir. Good point. Thank you. Baka yung marketing budget ni Cherry Mobile ngayon napunta sa mga bukid kids. Kasi tayo nasa Pilipinas, yun lang, yun lang yung we are local. Minsan ko ayaw maniwala noon na talo ni Crystal C OHD2 sa camera. Diyos ko naman, yung Omega HD2, basura yung camera noon eh. Wala rin naniwala sa akin eh. Pero hindi ko babaguhin yung sinabi ko. Bulok talaga yung camera ng Omega HD2. Ah, uh, Alpha series na lang po ng Cherry Mobile. Look what technology have done to us. Next topic. So, yeah, so sorry kung ano, I mean, may nagtanong eh. Somebody triggered the whole flare whatever question eh. So we had to answer because, pero kung magtatanong pa yan, basahin niyo yan. Yeah, rest in peace, Cherry Mobile. Kung di nyo pa rin gets, wala na tayo units parang forever na po. Ewan. Bahala na. Pero wala akong magagawa na po dahil hindi naman sila nag ano? Ano? Ba't
Putol
kulang?
yung ano eh.
Putol ano?
Hanggang doon lang. May limit yata yung character.
Yaman. It's better that way, guys. Okay, to be honest, I don't care. I don't care kung ano. BTS is BTS, right? We don't. I don't care kung iba na yung gusto ni ate, gusto ni Cherry, whatever. I don't care. Right? But, so what? Hindi naman ako kumikita dyan eh. So, ang point ko lang talaga is, we're not gonna go anywhere. We're still gonna cover gadgets and what technology. Maybe wala tayong units ng Cherry Mobile, doesn't matter. Well, if you want, pag-uusapan pa rin natin si Cherry Mobile, doesn't matter. Kasi, sa totoo lang, this affects us. I mean, this affects the people who cover them, but not the consumer. This is not, walang kinalaman sa inyo to, guys. And ako, professional lang ang utak ko na in terms of, wala akong pakialam kung kaaway ko yung brand or whatever, I will still talk about that product. If ever, yun nga lang, hindi ko lang marireview. Like, kasi yung problema ko is from my end, eh. From behind the scenes, basically. That problem is behind the scenes. And ngayon ko lang inilabas sa tao kasi napupuno na yung tao, magkaantay. Tanong ng tanong. And ako hindi ko na rin kayang sabihin na please antayin nyo kasi hindi ko rin alam. So that's why nag-escalate na tayo dito sa ganitong sitwasyon is because wala na nangyayari. But like I said, we're still gonna continue creating content na as much as we can and as good as we can for the good of the technology scene sa Pilipinas. Because kung wala to, nalaman nyo ba yung certain, kung yung bloatware ng ASUS, yung mga ano, we will make sure you know the positives and the negatives of phones. Regardless kung sponsor tayo, binibigyan tayo ng units, pinapahiram tayo ng units or hindi. Kahit wala ng brand na kumakausap sa akin, wala akong pakialam. As long as nandyan kayo, andito ako. Parang mangangampanya ako eh, no? As long as may gustong matutunan yung positives and negatives ng any phone dito sa Pilipinas, I will be here. Any technology dito sa Pilipinas, I will be here. And I will try to, be as educational and helpful as possible para sa atin. Right? I don't care kung wala ng brand na nagsusuporta sa atin. That's all. That's basically what I'm saying. Is, I mean, wala, ano ba? Hindi naman ako yung mayaman dyan eh. So why not? Right? mas hindi pa ako mahihirapan kasi kung nasa bahay lang ako eh. So that's basically my point here. We're still gonna do the BTS thing. We're still gonna do the reviews as long as we can still do it. And as long as nandiyan pa rin kayo. Sorry, naging sobrang ano yun. Bat Mobile. Oh, magandang brand yun. Feature phones, alam po ng CM. Wala nang feature phones sa Cherry Mobile. Hindi na ko puno na. Sana makapag-review kayo ng Firefly Intense Desire. We'll try to never tried to contact Firefly before. So we're gonna start from the bottom level of being their blogger, but we'll see what we can do. I don't know. Gawin nyo na lang tong gaming channel, feature phones na lang po, kay General Mobile na tayo. Yeah, so hopefully hindi kayo maasar kasi there will be some PC related content for the next couple of weeks siguro kasi bubuha ako ng bagong PC. Pati ba sa Technocast mawawala na si Cherry Mobile? I don't know guys, I don't know, but walang forever eh. My phone na lang, sakata na lang kayo. Pati pa si HNK, aggressive marketing, buying si Steve Jobs, kata na lang, Crispy Alex for president, both BTS party list. Alright, so after all that, ang topics natin is Cherry Mobile stuff. So I don't know, sino bang curious about the Cubix Cube 3? CKK Mobiles are bottom bar sila. BTS party. So okay, let's put all that behind us for a while. If you want, we'll talk about the Cubix Cube 3, even though it doesn't seem like a lot of people are curious about this phone. Let's start the show. Let's do some proper intros and stuff like that. So there we go. Oh my God. Ito. Here's another speaker. Hey, what is up, guys? Alex here from TechnoClass.com, and welcome to the Big Time Show. It is Saturday, March 19, 2016, and Cherry Mobile. We don't have Cherry Mobile units. Okay, that's basically the show. That's basically stuff we need to know. Nandito po si Gian, si Kuya G, as part of our co-host. So welcome to the show, sir. Say hi.
Hi guys.
He has a Galaxy S7 Exynos edition, di ba?
Yes.
Yeah. From how's data ng Globe? Naka-unlimited yan, hindi?
10 gigs a month.
Okay. Not bad. Although,
Not bad.
kung talagang...
Actually, yung dati kong plan, 5 gigs a month eh. Kinakapos ako, mag-stream lang kasi mag-stream eh.
Right.
So, at least ngayon 10 gigs, sakto.
Right. I mean, sigurado naman if you're at parang work at home, meron ka pa ring Wi-Fi. So, you don't always have LTE on, basically.
Yeah.
Ano ang pinag-uusapan nyo ngayon? Let's get it on. CM po Gohan de la Cruz. Obvious naman, ano naman yung pinag-uusapan nyo? Bulalo asks, full brightness yung battery test mo, Sir Alex? Yes. So, ang reasoning ko behind my battery test is todo brightness and todo volume. Because unang-una ayaw kong antayin yung middle brightness battery test. Ang tagal doon eh.
Ano yan? Nag-play ka lang ng movie?
No. Gamit ko PC Mark. Meron siyang battery test.
Okay.
Pangalawa, I always assume when people are playing games na medyo mataas yung strain mo sa battery, number one. Pangalawa is you're using the upper reaches of your display. I've not experienced a time when playing games na gusto ko ibaba yung brightness of display. It's always gusto ko makita yung largest contrast of colors, which is nasa pinakamataas. Kasi basically, actually, pansinin nyo, pag binababa nyo yung brightness of display, bumababa rin yung contrast content because the difference between bright and dark colors are even more pronounced. Even less pronounced, basically, without the brightness. So, usually, nakatodo yung brightness. Pag naglalaro ako ng games, nanonood ako ng YouTube. When I'm using the interface, nag-tweet and binababa ko because that's when hindi ko kailangan ng super bright. But when I need to see visual information on a game or a video, That's when todo yung brightness ko. So I assume a lot of people would be using the phone in full brightness anyway. That's doon to binabase yung battery test ko. So yeah, battery test ko is PC Mark, full brightness, full volume. And a clean edition na. Pre-show is the Ginajacol edition. Nagsimula na rin. Nagsimula na tayo, guys. It's just we basically that's the part where we start talking about topics, I guess. Ikaw ba, Gian, San Campanic? Ano bang phone nang iniisip mo, Gohan? Yung ano ba yan? Yung Flairmate ba yung sinasabi mo? May rant ulit, the big time show, rant CM edition is in next topic. Cubix Group 3 has a nice processor. Yeah, so let's go back to the Cubix Group 3 here. Sorry yung, I mean, I want to do more camera. I mean, kanina medyo nasayang yung the whole time just staring at a blank turned off screen, pero ngayon magagamit na natin. Hindi ko sinasadya yun kasi daming cherry mobile drama, so dapat binalik ko na lang sa large webcam style. But ngayon magagamit na natin yung ating setup. Uy, akalain mo nga ngayon pa nagsimula ang show. LG. Samsung ako sa magkalaban talaga tayo. Pero ganda ng LG ng G5 sa totoo lang. So, G5 is, actually, hindi nyo nakikita. So, I can actually check when and where. G5 is launching, let me check, in the Philippines, April 28th, from what I can tell. Looks like April 28th, LG G5, which is a month from now pa. It's still a while. Talaga si Samsung has beaten LG to the punch this year. And let's hope the friends and everything will babawi si G5 or what, I don't know what. Hopefully it's a personal maganda tong G5 and hopefully it's as good as they say it is. Kasi medyo hindi ako
meron nang lumabas na SRP ng mga friends.
Meron na.
Yes, so yung battery parang $32 yata.
$32. That would be 1,000 plus. Right?
Tapos yung camera module nasa 80 plus. And then yung pinakamahal doon yung
mga 4,000.
audio.
Okay na rin. Okay.
Yung audio niya yung pinakamahal eh. Yung audio
of course,
something
yeah.
Kaya sa $100 plus.
That's not bad, I guess. Yeah, I thought it would be more expensive. So at least medyo may bawi sila doon. Bawi nila yun. But I don't know, hindi pa rin ako convinced eh. But if you, ang problema mo kasi dyan is mag-a-add up yung costs mo eh. Diba? I know it's not gonna be everybody, yung parang hindi naman lahat ng I'm adding your picture here. Even though picture lang, pero at least makikita nila ako nagsasalita. Sorry. Yes. Para makita nila yung ano mo. Winning smile.
Mag-shot ko.
Winning smile. Alright, so yeah, the LG G5. So that's not bad. Did they say kung magkano si rolling bot?
Ay, wala. Walang price for the rolling bots.
Okay. Tsaka yung 360 cam. Although, I think the 360 cam can't be that bad. Ang dami ng 360 cam ngayon. So wala naman. It's not gonna be super expensive. It's just that they could have went the completely wrong way by making those accessories super expensive. Review ng Nokia 3310. Maganda rin Smakaz Jam keyboard voice. Jam daw keyboard what? The guapo face. So there you go. May fan ka. G. Explorer Action Cam 2. So
okay.
We're gonna talk about some of those right now. Pero I'm gonna finish up the Cubix Group 3. Phones replace your calendar, camera, clock, tablets, and etc. in a single charge. Di ako fan ng design ng G5 yet. Hindi rin ako fan ng design. Hopefully when I see it in person, it's better. My favorite phone, LG G5. Ang baduy ng design sa likod di tulad ng S7 Edge dual lens sa isang lalagyan ng 100 ratio. What do you mean? Sa isang lalagyanan lang, 100% ratio. People get it. Grabs popcorn. That guapo face. Samsung. Sinong Nissin fans dito? Ako Nissin fans. Bulalo says, may rumors din na may lalabas na friends with benefits para sa G5. Gohan de la Cruz. Grabe no, almost 1,000 sa isang phone lang. Just ko, ano yung $1,000? Where are we talking about? Just ko, hindi ko alam yung pinag-usapan natin. I'm sorry, I wasn't able to keep up with the comments. So let's how's the quality pala? I mean, mababa yung bitrate natin, but how's the quality? Hopefully yung comments mababasa pa rin, and hopefully yung at least nakikita niyo pa rin yung phone, right? So here is the Cherry Mobile Cubix Cube 3. You know a lot about it already. We've unboxed it already. We even live streamed the unboxing. I guess the only thing we need to know now is, siguro games. I don't know. Antutu score niya pala. Oh yeah, we didn't do the Antutu score yet. So, yung Antutu score 36,800. Pretty standard. Pretty normal for this kind of processor. So far wala akong napansin na any defects or any bugs sa software, something like that. I guess the one thing I don't find a little weird is mahirap sometimes mahirap pindutin yung camera, yung ito. I don't know, ngayon medyo kung nakukuha ko but for some reason, minsan, kumapalya yung pindot ko. Ngayon, hindi na pumapalya. But, I think it's an excellent example of not breaking anything not fixing anything that isn't broken. I think. Cubix Cube 3. Kasi, phones like the Flare X go out of their way to make your experience worse with a weird implementation of the OS, the weird implementation of notifications. And the Cubix Cube 3 keeps things keep it simple, stupid KS, if you know that term. So Cubix Cube 3 keeps it simple and succeeds by keeping it simple. User interface works. There are no bugs. Everything runs very, very fluid. Restart lang ako ng network mga hoya. Alright, G. Full specs. G yan talaga. Ano po full spec? Okay, wait lang. Ano full spec niya? Alright, so the specs of the... I'll just read it. So basically, the full specs of this guy is a 5.5-inch HD display IPS. It's not Gorilla Glass, it's not Dragon Trail, it's not anything of that sort. It's a 1.3 gigahertz MediaTek 6753 octa-core 64-bit, 16 megapixel. 16 megapixel camera. So I'll just mute him a little right now. Magpunod siguro yung headphones mo or something. Robo Cleaner. Alright, so babalik si G. Alright, so let's see. The camera on the back is 16 megapixels with the LED flash. And then so front is actually 8 megapixels, which is kind of okay. Kasi this is 5,000 pesos, 4,999. Sobrang wala siyang ibang competition except sa Flare S4, Flare 4. Kasi lahat ng ibang 6753 octa-cores are more than 5,000 pesos. First 64-bit octa-core siya locally, right? No. Ang dami ng 64-bit octa-core. Flare S4, Flare 4, Alcatel One Touch Flash 2 is the same processor. The new version of Flare X is the same processor as well. No, a lot of brands and local brands are already using this processor. The thing is, this is 5,000 pesos, and the only same phone that I know that is 5,000 pesos with this processor is the Flare S4, Flare 4. But this has better specs. Mas matlaki yung battery niya at 2,700 milliamp hours. The the Flare S4, Flare 4 is what, 2,100, 2,200. The cameras on these is 16 plus 8. The flares are like 13 and 5, I think, or 13 and 8. And the software is better on this. The software is better because sabi ko nga, wala siyang bugs or wala siyang weird crap na program. Although, may built-in Pinoy Fun Club, may built-in Cherry whatever, Cherry apps and some may bonus load and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's relatively untouched Android lollipop. Iba online only ang Cubix, nabalitaan ko pala na yung Flash medyo hihiwalay ata sa Alcatel brand, hindi ko alam. But nabasa ko ata yun. I don't know kung totoo yun. I'm not sure. Medyo, ano yan, sandali lang ha. What can I do? Magbawasan yung kinakain ng aking, anyway, yeah. Hopefully. Ang lakas yung ano eh, my PC is slowing down, basically. That's what I'm saying. Oh baby, quad-core po ba ni Cup Noodles? First 64-bit octa-core siya locally, right? No, and like I said, hindi nga siya. Kamusta po gaming? So the gaming seems pretty good. So let's actually do that. Let's go. Let's do it up. Let's do GTA San Andreas. Kailangan ko mag-login ulit, unfortunately. At least step up na kaysa sa old media. Ang napansin ko lang dito, I guess the one thing that I also want to say is mahina yung speakers niya. TCL best budget phone for 2016, too early to tell ba? I think it's too early to tell. It's still not. Third month pa lang ng 2016. Magkano kaya 128 GB memory ng SanDisk? I don't prefer Samsung or Sony. I don't know, like 4,000? Mga ganun, right now? Yeah, 250 daw yung 2018 norms. TCL, a mother company, Alcatel brand, sold offline while the Flash brand is for online sales. But that might be a good idea for Alcatel. Flash lang is online. Ryan, on-screen po ba capacity buttons niya? Dami pa ding load burst. What the fuck? Wait lang. So, naglalagin ako sa GTA. Para makuha ko yung save game ko. Kaya a little bit. Hopefully, once we have a better PC, hindi na tayo mahihirapan sa encoding and rendering, and hindi na magka-crash, hindi na masyadong choppy yung ating game, ang ating BTS. So, pakinggan nyo siya. Yan na yung todo volume niya. I don't think the speakers are loud enough. Yeah, there it is. Smooth siya, smooth. So, I think nasa mga ano tayo ngayon, mga 45 FPS, mga 50. Pakiramdam ko lang, kasi sa smoothness niya. Definitely above 30 FPS, but definitely not 60 or above. Nasa mga 50 tayo ngayon, I think. So let's hijack the car. Ugh. Come on. So, medyo kilala naman itong processor ko, iniiwanan ako ng kotse. Medyo kilala naman itong MediaTek octa-core na to, na processor na to eh. Because nga, meron sa Flash 2, meron sa Flare 4 and everything. So, the performance is actually already proven sa processor na to. But just in case, you know, may issues with the software or may issues with the Android version, ganyan, or may bugs, that's when magiging choppy yung game. But so far, the game is running fine. Umuulan pa sa environment, as you can see, make it blood. This is running pretty good. I would say this is running at about 40 to 50 FPS. Nakabalik na daw siya. G, kailangan mo na link?
Okay na. I'm in the...
Okay. So as you can see, it runs GTA San Andreas pretty fine. Ano yun? Default settings yun. Default. questions.
Anong specs ulit niyang Cubix Cube? Sorry.
It's a MediaTek 6753 octa-core 64-bit. So LTE na siya. It's the first Cubix phone na LTE capable 64-bit processor. The previous Cubix devices sold online were affordable pero old 32-bit last gen octa-cores.
Okay.
So it's a big step up, at least for the Cubix brand, that they're now selling a 64-bit octa-core. Number two, yun, LTE capable na siya. And it definitely, dati kasi, the Cubix brand was not something that can compete with Cherry Mobile Flare products, because the Cherry Mobile Flares were using better processors, better whatevers. This time I think they're now on par, because or even better, kasi ang katapat nito sa Cherry Mobile has actually lower specs. And the reason why they managed to put more specs on this phone is because it's being sold online only.
Yeah.
This guy has
Cheaper
a bigger screen. This guy has more megapixels on the camera, which I think is pretty good. Maybe not so much low light, but still better than the flare, the comparable flares, right? And the battery is bigger by 500 milliamps. So malaki din yung difference, right? Like that's 25% of the battery. The main bad thing about this is the bezel sa baba. That bezel
Kaya
right
medyo
there,
makapal na.
ang laki. And
Yes.
sabi nila there are other variants nito sa ibang bansa na yung capacitive buttons nandun sa actual bezel na hinahawakan mo.
Okay.
Oo. Ito siguro it actually is a cost-cutting feature na yung capacitive buttons is on the screen. Ako, wala akong reklamo doon. I'm okay with nagdi-disappear naman yung navigation buttons when you're playing games or watching movies and stuff like that. Although, yun na nga, it does eat up a little bit of real estate. But ako sanay na rin ako sa on-screen buttons, so no problem there. Maaasar ka lang if sanay ka dun sa, if you want or medyo OCD ka, dun sa bottom bezel na pagkalaki-laki. Which unfortunately, malaki talaga siya. It's like an entire centimeter down there. Ano tawag dito? Ergonomics-wise, I think it's very good. It feels like a Huawei phone, ergonomics-wise. May po nga yung
May ano ba yan? May Cherry app? Or totally
may
stock?
konti. There was
May mga Cherry,
yeah.
ano,
There's Cherry Fan Club, mga ganun. But there's a konti lang, and I'm gonna see if I can install them right now. See if you can install. In Fan Club, you can disable but not uninstall the Cherry Prepaid. Cherry Prepaid can be uninstalled. That's good. The Cherry Play can be disabled but not uninstalled. At least that's not bad, I think. So yeah, handling wise, it feels like a cheaper version of a Huawei phone. Kasi it's actually it looks a lot like the Huawei Mate 8 pag pinatay mo yung screen. Kasi Huawei Mate 8 has a 6-inch display. And that's exactly why this has what looks like a 6-inch display when you turn up.
May bezel din pala siya sa taas, no?
Meron din bezel sa taas, but it's way smaller than the bezel on the bottom.
Yeah.
And yun, so
Yeah, I think yung nasa bottom mukhang dapat doon nilang nilagay yung
capacitive
buttons.
Yes, I think so. But yeah, if you're paying 4,000 pesos, you have to accept certain cost-cutting measures and sacrifices. So I think this is not bad. Not a bad cost.
Anong Antutu niya?
37. Malapit na sa 37. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. The processor is pretty competent. And
Para siyang 801 isa S5.
Yeah, mga ganun. And like I said, they've not done anything wrong with the software by leaving it alone. Don't fix what isn't broken. Basically,
Yeah.
They've stuck to at least a stockish Android.
I think ito next to the A1G1. I think ito yung next na
Possibly.
pure
Possibly, yeah. So far, at least that I've seen from Cherry Mobile, this is probably next to that is next to the Android One devices nila. This is very near stop. Obviously, I don't think magkakaroon to ng Marshmallow or anything. This is still Android 5.1. But what, like for example, wala siyang gesture functions. Most brands will just add gesture functions like double tap, swipe, ba, yung mga ganun. Wala siyang ganun.
Mhm. Okay.
The pag pull down menu is pretty stock and everything, so very very untouched siya as much as possible. Mga team D sila gutom na.
Sa 3G ba yan? 3G lang.
LTE.
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 Meron?
Yes, LTE.
Tinitingnan ko dito spec sa site ni Biboy. Walang nakalagay.
Cubix Cube Force Spoiler powered by 3 GHz Hexa-core Snapdragon iOS. Bakit? So Gian to. Alam ba may maniniwala sa'yo dyan? Kapag nasa screen yung capacitive buttons, di ko bet. Kasi kung 5.5 inch, parang ang gagamit mo lang is 5.2 or 5.2 lang. Mas maganda pa rin kung bukod sayang kasi yung laki ng bezel sa button. Totoo naman, although if you're navigating the OS itself, hindi malaking bagay na kinakain yung screen mo. Once you are playing a game or watching movies, doon importante na hindi siya kainin yung screen mo. And thankfully, nawawala naman yung navigation buttons when you're playing game and watching movies. Sir, kaka-check in ko pa lang. What's up, Marlon Mariano? Ask ko lang kung malinaw yung screen at yung viewing angle okay ba? Yes. Malinaw naman yung screen and the viewing angle. So I can show you that right now. Here's the screen and the viewing angle. So it's pretty good. It's there's nothing to complain about the display in my opinion.
Full HD ba?
No, it's just
Or HD lang.
Yeah.
HD lang.
Yeah. The thing that I want to say about the display, and kind of a minor thing, I don't know. It has a pre-installed screen protector, and the screen protector is not as slippery as I want it to be. I think kung pwede lang, ilalagyan ko ng coat of Teflon nito or something para lang magana eh. But masanay ako na mas nag-glide yung fingers mo. And the side effect here is mas malakas siyang mas mahirap tanggalin yung oil or whatever fingerprint sa kanya. Kasi if you worked a lot with Gorilla Glass, you know na konting punas lang, wala nang
Yes.
grease sa Gorilla Glass. Ito pag pinasadahan mo ng punas, meron pang natitira. So babalikan mo like 4 or 5 times bago talaga medyo mawala na. So that's the thing I noticed with the screen protector. Now, hindi ko pa tinatanggal yung screen protector, so I don't know kung ano yung pakiramdam ng display niya without the screen protector. But being such a inexpensive phone, they did not put any protective display on this. There's no Dragon Trail, there's no Gorilla Glass. So I'd rather have the screen protector on muna. Diba?
Yeah, tama. Ngayon, sa mga ganyang kamurang phone, better to leave it there.
Yes. As smooth as butter yung gaming niya, pero for a phone like that, okay na for everyday use. Smooth, feels good in the hand. Yeah, yun talaga.
Non-removable battery, tama ba?
Fixed yung battery niya. But natatanggal yung likod, the battery is fixed.
Kung natatanggalin, para ilagay yung SIM.
Yeah, para ilagay yung SIM.
Okay.
Just in case you don't know, this is color pink. And yun yung I think that's what will turn off a lot of people.
Pink lang ang kulay niya.
Pink lang ang kulay niya, and it's very, very pink. It's not even showing on my camera right now, but it's super pink. But it's like yeah.
Ayan, yeah. Oh, ano. It's pink.
So it might not be for a lot of guys if you don't like the color pink, right? Kapag naka full brightness pa yan, maraming pixel ang nag-go over ng linaw, yung parang tumatapon yung pixels. You mean ano yun? Leakage, bleeding. Backlight bleed basically is what you're looking for. No, not really. There's not a lot of backlight bleed, especially sa corners. I think the display is fine. I don't think you'll have a problem with backlight. Kay Jelly Pinacolyada, what? Lagay mo lang siya. Good morning po, good morning. So, pink. Parang CMJ1 lang natatanggal yung back, kaso hindi natatanggal yung back. Yeah, so that's one thing that a lot of people are not liking about this phone is non-removable battery. And the number two thing is I tested it, wala siyang OTG. It's not OTG capable.
Wala.
No OTG capability. So
So
unfortunately,
mali rin itong nasa website ni Biboy. Sabi niya may OTG daw.
Hindi, kasi yan, si P-Boy kasi he's working with online specs only.
Okay.
So, kasi yun na nga, dead ba kami, dinided ba kami, so wala kami magagawa. We have to make up stuff, or we have to assume certain things. Like, sa website nga ng Lazada Lazada says the battery can be removed. Most likely, written by somebody who thought, since matatanggal yung likod ng
Okay.
most likely natatanggal yung baterya, right? Hindi na niya in-investigahan further because talagang fixed, you cannot remove the battery there. Bakit ganun lang naming convention nila? Bakit ganun ang naming, yung iba gunmetal gray, metallic black, sana gawa nilang panty pink man lang para talagang ginadjakol na nila. Hindi kasi, you know why rose gold yan? Kasi iPhone used the name rose gold, right? And everybody jumped on the rose gold bandwagon. And to be honest, iPhone's rose gold is not as pink as this. This is more pink than the rose gold ng iPhone. Very parang talaga parang hint of color lang talaga sa gold yung rose gold ng iPhone. But this is actually quite pink. I know the camera isn't doing a good job of showing you the color pink, but it's definitely pink. May nagtatanong sa akin sa unboxing video ko, kailan ba daw darating yung gold, and his actual comment name is like manly man or something like that. Para saan po yung OTG? So basically, there are ang USB port ng phones, you can actually, pwede mo siya kabitan ng USB stick, gamepad, hard drives, and stuff like that.
Keyboard, mouse.
Yes, exactly. Keyboard, mouse. Those are the original things you would normally stick into a Android phone to add functionality to it. Unfortunately, this thing cannot support OTG functionality. So, hindi mo pwede gamitin keyboard, mouse, USB, memory, whatever. Any comments po sa 2016 Galaxy A phones? They're okay. They're pretty good. They're probably one of the best Galaxy A series nilabas ng Samsung. Kasi dati puro bulok yung Galaxy A. Pero sabi nga sa J1 sa Lazada IPS capacity, pero proud screen. Kung anong innovation daw gawin ni Apple, gagayahin talaga. Galaxy A9 pero ilalabas next month. Rumor says. Yeah, most likely. I mean, actually, ang pinaka-interesting thing ngayon is the Apple event is coming.
On Monday, diba?
Yeah. Actually, I think Tuesday morning sa atin.
Tuesday morning.
I have to confirm. Tuesday ng madaling araw sa atin, which is Monday sa kanila. I don't know. Normally, it's that way. But I have to confirm. Hindi ko pa pinabasa. Pero seriously, hindi mo talaga akalain na ang smartphone mo mababa ng presyo as low as 4K for an octa-core. Samantalang dati yung Nokia 8210 na napakaliit, umaabot ata ng 12 I know, ganun talaga. Technology kasi moves forward. But yes, mabilis talaga ang pag-move ng technology. Yung 3D touch, inaya ng Meizu yata at tawag doon knock gesture. No, iba yung knock gesture. 3D touch is a pressure-sensitive functionality ng touchscreen, which current capacitive ata ng Android wala pa. Basically, it's a specifically designed touchscreen na can measure pressure. And madali lang siya gawin. It's just nobody's been doing it on Android yet. Para nung nakaraan, nagpakapuya tayo sa MWC ng Samsung. We'll do that again, dude. We'll do it again. Sa March 21, yung mga new updates sa software. Yata, Monday ng madaling araw. We'll see what they're gonna announce. Sometimes they announce iPads. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Kung masyado matagal, patulog na lang tayo. Wala tayong magagawa. So, maybe I can show some pictures. Kaya lang hindi ko na-copy sa PC ko. The pictures are actually decent. I would medyo may pagka-wash out ng konti, but still, for example, here's some while on the show, just testing it. Ito yung front-facing camera. So, tingnan mo yung front-facing, medyo nag-ano na siya. It's losing a little bit of detail. Wala na yung, hindi mo na makita yung pores or anything. So, medyo softened na siya. But, this is, at least in terms of color and contrast, kuha niya pa rin. This is way better than the Flare X already. At least in my opinion. And I can show you the difference once. I can't show you right now because my Flare X is in the box. But definitely this is better. Kasi sa Flare X, blurred na to eh. And here is the quote-unquote low-light traditional shot natin. There's definitely, the 16 megapixel is definitely giving us some good amounts of detail, although medyo noisy na rin siya. Still, this is way above average. Way above average in terms of cameras. A little, ano ba to? Ang masasabi ko dito is some of the dark areas are a little muddy. Right? Ito yung typical effect pagka masyado mong pinupush yung sensor or you have too many megapixels on the sensor, medyo nagiging muddy na yun. But for the most part, for 4,999 pesos, they've ticked all of the right boxes for Cubix Cube 3. And that's more than I can say for Flare S4 and Flare 4, because Flare S4, Flare 4, hindi masyadong malaking battery. This has a bigger display. This has untouched Android for the most part. So, yun yung ano dun. If you can live with the bezel on the bottom, if you can live with the pink color, this is not a bad phone. Crispy Alex are asking new phones. May iPhone user ba dito? Sometimes. Si IC Hat USA, wala siya ngayon. Live po ulit kayo sa Monday. Still a proud iPhone 6 Plus owner. Si Gian. Si Gian maraming phones eh. Yung isang Gian. Well, si Gian din natin. All of the Gians. Maraming phones. Alright, so I guess that's the Cubix Cube 3 topic. If you have any questions about Cubix Cube 3, just let me know. And we can answer that. But if not, or if we're as long as you want, while you're typing your questions, pwede na tayong moving on. What kind of I'm gonna change my scene here. What scene should I go with? I don't know actually. I have ang dami ko na sinet-up dito for BTS na parang kung ano-anong setup na ano. But I don't even remember which one should I use. I'll use this one. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll use this one and this corner. Oh. Masyado maliit. Alright, wait lang. Yeah, I'm gonna do this proper. I'm gonna add your picture. Hangouts, yes. Okay, so crop here. Pwede kong isingit yung picture mo elsewhere. Yeah, that's good. It's fine. Okay, so the next topics are actually other Cherry Mobile thing. Let me get my graphics. I'm sorry. Go. There we go. So Cherry Mobile was in CBIT this week. It's still in CBIT if I remember correctly, and they're introducing some new products, which include this one, a new Windows 10 device.
Bakit sila gumagawa ng Windows 10?
You know what? I think it's because they made an agreement. I think they're still contractually liable or contractually obligated to make Windows products. Kasi they made I think you own one of their Windows PCs, right? So who bought one of their Windows PCs? Ikaw ba? No? Alright. So I think for the most part, Cherry Mobile is contractually obligated to make Windows devices, and one part of that contract is to make Windows phones. Stop there. Okay. So this is the next Windows phone from Cherry Mobile, called the Cherry Mobile Alpha Prime 5. Totoo lang, I don't think we should, nawala pala si Chia. So totoo lang, I think this is not something that's worth talking about, this phone, because the specs are way, way, way low. The specs are super low. How about the drop test or durability study tayo, sir? I spent 5,000 pesos on this phone. I'm not about to drop it para man lang mabalik ko yung pera na ginastos ko sa kanya. 1 million peso iPhone 6s karat gold drop test grab. Snowbear sa good sa sipot. Tapos hindi pala nag-partner yung Microsoft at Cherry Mobile, baka pirated OS. You can't pirate Windows Phone. Windows 10 phones, regardless of manufacturer, maganda camera or not necessarily? No, not necessarily. Not all the time. It's the Lumia ones that are pretty good, but some of them are bad as well. Kasi they have really bad specs. Some Lumia phones have really bad specs. And usually they sacrifice a lot in the camera department. So it's not always na pag Windows Phone, maganda yung camera. So this is the Alpha Prime 5. Sa kanila, oh my god, wala akong specs. May kodigo ako ng specs, pero nag-reboot nga pala ako. Let me start it, and hopefully hindi sumabog ng computer ko. So nakita mo ba, sorry, did you see this in your feed, G?
Yeah,
The
I
Windows
saw
Phone.
that one. Yung bago mo nilang Windows.
So the phone is actually a Snapdragon 8, it's a Snapdragon 210.
So low end lang siya.
Low end software. This is super low end. Basically, these are the same Snapdragon. Actually, Snapdragon 200 data yung other versions ng Windows Phone yun Cherry Mobile. But with the 1.1 GHz Snapdragon 210, 5-inch HD display, so at least HD na. 1 gig of RAM, 8
Yeesh.
gigabytes of storage, micro SD, 8 megapixel camera with 2 megapixel front, dual SIM LTE, kasi sa Snapdragon 210 nga and the rest are basic specs plus Windows 10. So this is one of the first few Windows 10 phones out of the box, basically, right? That's good and that's well and good, pero Snapdragon 210 and 1 gig of RAM is not gonna go anywhere anytime soon.
And Windows 10 pa, diba? Tama?
Windows 10.
Windows 10.
So this is probably one of the lowest end Windows phones you can ever get these days. Ang baba na ng specs na to, even if it's quad-core and whatnot. This is super duper old specs. But then again, the Windows 8.1 versions ni Cherry Mobile, I think Alpha Neon ba yun or Alpha something, they did okay. They're not the fastest but then again, Windows Phone kasi you're not playing games well. There's not a lot of games to play, so okay lang. I just don't find the reason. I just can't think of a reason why you should buy it. And it's not because ginadya ko tayo ni Cherry Mobile. Windows Phone is not an OS you want to be delving into right now. And a low-end Windows Phone is probably the worst experience you'll ever get. And it'll probably cost the same as other phones with way better specs.
So wala pang SRP to.
Wala pa. But I'm gonna guess, since the previous phone that was around this price range, but it was Windows 8.1, it started at 4,000 pesos ata, or plus. Or at least I think it settled at 4,000 pesos. This has to be around 4,000 pesos. Might not go below, right? What do you think? So at 4,000 pesos, you can get an octa-core elsewhere. Diba? You can get an Android phone, octa-core, maybe 1 gig of RAM pa rin, but you can do a lot more with that octa-core Android phone, especially in the apps department, compared to this. And You know, that's the sad reality of Windows phones. Na talagang it's you're buying into ano talaga, it's a system that is old and decrepit and not going anywhere anytime soon.
Actually, may kutob na ako, baka nga mga 5K pa yan eh.
Possibly.
Just because of Windows, kasi the Windows brand.
But you know, to be if we were to be optimistic, it could be 4,000. But you know, so
Yeah, hopefully.
but anyway, that's the Alpha Prime 5. I don't know if anybody wants to comment or discuss this. We might have more things to say about Windows 10 because actually there's a lot there's so let's talk about it now. Some phones will be updating to Windows 10 now. Pinost ko yun sa BTS community, so you should know it by now. But so here's the phones that are eligible to be upgraded to Windows 10 now. It's on screen. So Lumia 1520, Lumia 930, those are flagships. 640, 640 XL, those are mid-range. 730, 735, 830 was the camera phone. Na mid-range 830. That was a pretty good phone kasi bakal yung build. 532, 535, 540, 635, 636, 638, 430, 435. All of these are just random numbers na lang that make no sense to my head anymore because there's so many bad Windows mid-range low-end Windows phones that I don't even care about anymore. But thankfully they're getting Windows 10. If you have any of these Windows phone devices, you will be getting Windows 10. The main phones that are important here as the 1520, the 930, 640, 640 XL, and the 830. The rest wala na, I didn't even care about.
Yung 1020, hindi pa ba Windows?
No, the 1020 is running Windows 8.1 and doesn't look like it will get the update.
Okay.
But the thing is, the 1020 is using a super old 1.5 gigahertz dual core crate processor. Super old school pa siya. And I don't think they're gonna upgrade any old 32-bit dual core crate processors anymore. I think they're gonna start with quad-core Snapdragon 200 minimum. Kasi the crate was the precursor to the 200s, di ba?
Yes.
So, I think the minimum na pwede nilang supportahan is at least 210. Yung katulad nitong the cherry.
Para kasi yan na yung parang lowest of low ends no.
Yes. So, when it comes to the Lumia 1020, I think it's too old processor. Alam mo kung ano lang bumabawi sa 1020? Meron silang dinagdag kasi na graphics processing chip doon na bukod pa sa processor. That's why it survives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only way it can survive with its 41 megapixel camera because the dual core crate can't handle the camera load. So I don't.
By dedicating
Yes.
graphics.
Yes. So dun pa lang you can probably tell I don't think you'll ever get an update to Windows 10. But ako naman personally for my personal use of the Windows for my Lumia 1020, given that yung usage ko sa kanya is already quite limited and because hindi naman siya magandang, it's not a very popular OS, mga masyadong apps and stuff like that. I don't think I want Windows 10 from what I've seen of Windows 10. Windows 10 is buggy. Windows 10 is slow. Windows 10 is harder to use. I wouldn't say harder to use, but there's a lot more stuff to go through to do things. It's better, but also less simple. Is my point here. The number one thing here though is I use my Lumia 1020 to primarily take pictures and video, and I need to access my camera as fast as possible. The problema ko sa Windows 10 is swiping around is slower than previous generation Windows. Because they've included so much stuff on Windows 10, swiping around is laggy now. Ganun yung difference. Windows 8.1, wala pang lagging swiping around. Windows 10 phone, laggy na yung swiping. So the thing that was supposedly the thing that Windows does best was walang lagging interface. Now that Windows 10 is now laggy. And yun yung ayaw kong puntahan. I don't want my 1020 to be
But
like,
I'm sure hihits nila yan. Lalo na if marami mag-good lang.
I don't know. Kasi, I mean, I was using, like I said, yung review unit ko na 950 with the Snapdragon 808, it kahit yun, it's laggy. With,
Oh, okay.
like, it's not, ang ano lang ang pansin ko na sa kanya is, hindi, for, 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 for the, for the entirety of Windows Phone life, swiping up, down, and live tiles was 60 frames per second, and swiping to all of your apps was 60 frames per second. Number one thing that was changed was bumagal yung animation when you swipe towards your all apps and back. So, even though mabilis yung pag-swipe mo towards all your apps, aantayin mo pa rin mag-page through yung animation. That's number one. Number two, the paging through is not 60 frames per second. Like Windows 8.1 before it, it's not 60 frames per second na slide through. Even swiping up and down, you can see nagsiskip yung animation in between frames. Na parang tok 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 tumatalon yung tumatalon yung menu items. So Windows 10. And that never happened on Windows 8.1 and below. That used to be talagang super fluid animation, all of that. And ayoko mangyari yun sa Lumia 1020 ko because I need it as a workhorse. I don't want to risk my Lumia 10, the thing that requires me to do my work, na buggy and slow and whatnot. But that's one thing that happened to Windows 10. Now, for most people, okay lang yung sacrifice of a little bit of slower swiping, a little bit of frame rate drop on scrolling, right? But that to me is just telling me na this is not as optimized as it should be. Kasi if you can't get this thing right, yun lang naman yung swiping sa phone na to eh.
Yeah.
Right? Why? I don't want that. I don't want that. If you're getting Windows 10, it's fine. But if you're coming from Windows 8.1 and you know how fast and fluid 8.1 is, at least in terms of the user interface, basically navigating the interface, you will definitely see a slower interface with Windows 10. Binili ba ng Microsoft yung Lumia ng Nokia? Binili ng Microsoft si Nokia. Binili ni Microsoft yung devices, smart devices ng Nokia. Nokia still exists outside of Microsoft as services brand, but they can't release a phone until 2016 nga ba? Matatapos na ba yun, di ba? Oh my God. Sorry kung hindi ako masyadong tumitingin sa. Maya na lang ako, hindi pa ako natutulog. What the hell? Kaka-update ko lang na Lumia 535 ko to Windows 10 Mobile. Okay lang, call and text. It's my backup phone of my backup phone. Dalawa yung backup phone mo. Yung only Windows phone ko, yung Lumia 610 running Windows 7.8. Holy crap. Pangit Alpha Prime 5, you cannot open it with your eyes. Wala siya, kasi some of the flagship Windows 10 devices may retina scanners. Itong Lumia 535 ko, issue lang nito sa student council namin sa university. I never wanted. Okay, but I got it. Okay. Bigay lang ng school mo. Offer school. Okay. Wow. Pahingi ako ng student council, Windows Phone.
Saka nag-aaral. Di mo worry. Where do you study?
Sabi ni Emilio Aquino, Windows 10 parang Android gingerbread. Yeah, yung lag niya, yes. GM pa rin yung iniisip lang kasi ng Microsoft yung kinikita nila yung Apple gusto lahat perfect, wala problema. Baliktad, Brad, sabi ni Royan. Marlon Mariano, sir, available na ang LG K4 at K10 sa CMK. Ano masasabi mo sa specs and price? If you think about it, the K10 has the same processor as the Cubix Q3. That's all ang ano na lang dyan is, the K10 is actually quite competitively priced for having the same processor. Ang tanong mo na lang dyan is how much would you pay for the luxury that you're getting an LG phone over other 6753 phones like the Cubix Q3. I think they're fine. I think adding just an extra few thousand pesos. If I remember, I think the K10 is like 8,000 pesos. Maybe I can check. If you can spare the extra money, I would go with the LG. Because it's always better to go for the hindi man safer bet, but at least there's maraming mabibigay sa LG that cheaper phones will not, like better build quality, better design, at least better antennas for the most part. Um, yeah, LG V10. No, it's not the LG V10. He's talking about the K10. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. So if you have any of these units, you can upgrade your Windows phone devices now. Speaking of which, I just want to mention that wala akong ano dito. I'm not even telling you na affiliate ako dito, but I do have affiliate links if you want it. But this one I'm not I'm not even in it for the money. I just want to tell you, if you're somebody who wants to experience the Windows ecosystem on the phone, and I would suggest not, but if you're adventurous and have the money, here is one of your options. The Lumia 830 is going to be on a flash sale sa Lazada for 6,990, 7,000 pesos.
Ay, nakita ko yan.
Yes. And I think it's like, kailan ba ito? Basta 12, pinost ko sa BTS community kung kailan ito. It's like 12 noon somewhere. I think Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember anymore. But for 7,000 pesos, this is not a bad phone. Compared to an Android device of 7,000 pesos, yes, it's a bad phone. But for a Windows phone, this is a steal for 7,000 pesos. Particularly because this is still a Nokia design. This is the last phone that Nokia designed for Microsoft. The actual Nokia from Finland designed this phone for you guys. This is the legacy of Nokia. This is it. Metal body, removable back, changeable battery, changeable, expandable storage, but bakal yung sides. It's super solid. The camera is 10 megapixels, but has optical stabilization. Although hindi ganon it's not the super duper optical stabilization, because optical stabilization is not just may optical stabilization and that's that. Optical stabilization is more like levels of stabilization. And if this was level 1, the Lumia 1020 is level 10. So this has a level 1 stabilization. That's perfectly fine. It's better than 0. Yeah. So for 7,000 pesos, you get 10 megapixels. It's a little low for a megapixel count, but the stabilization does help. It has an HD display, Snapdragon 410, whatever. It's a really nice looking phone if you see it in person, and it screams that yung design niya screams premium. Na hindi siya 7,000 pesos at least, but it is 7,000 pesos. Internally, processor is Snapdragon 410 nga. Well, it's Snapdragon 400, not 410 pala. It's old school. But like I said, if you have the money and if you're adventurous and if you want to experience Windows 10 Mobile, kasi ito i-update ito eh. This is part of the batch of phones that will absolutely get Windows 10 for 7,000 pesos. This is probably the most affordable way, the best way to experience Windows 10 Mobile. Not the Cherry Mobile, Alpha Prime 5, because it's super low end. Get the Nokia, and you'll be happy. You'll thank me. The 10 megapixel stabilized camera is better than a lot of phones at this price. Astig yung UI tuner sa Android and Android. Tulolo, pag Nokia design mas maganda ang polycarbonate. Okay naman. May bakal din si Nokia. Tinatanong ni MJ Loren kung tapos na ba. No, we are almost run out of topics, I think. Cherry Explorer. Yeah. So the next, tapos na tayo. Anyway, tapos na tayo sa upgrade to Windows 10. Tapos na tayo sa Cherry Mobile Prime 5. And now we're gonna move on to the Cherry Action Cam Explorer 2. Android Nokia. At CBIT, one of the other things na Cherry Mobile seems to have teased at CBIT is a new action cam, a version 2 of the original action cam, which was just released this December. Na, by the way, is the last item na pina-review sa akin ni Cherry Mobile 3 months ago. Anyway, the Cherry Mobile Explorer 2 Smart Action Cam is very interesting because it actually runs full Android as an action cam. So,
That's weird.
I assume it's a touchscreen sa likod na may at least maybe 2.5 inch siguro, right?
Oh yeah, pwede ba mag-class of clans dyan?
Siguro. So let me try and find the specs here. Wala pa lang specs. There's no processor information. So all we know is that it's a 12 megapixel camera, pretty standard for for action cam. 170-degree lens, Android 5.1. Ito pala, 1.3 gigahertz quad core. So it could be a 6582 classic. 1 gig RAM, 8 gig ROM, micro SD, obviously, and USB OTG ready. And this is what it looks like over here. It looks okay. It looks like a pretty cool looking action cam, in my opinion. Medyo wider than usual. But I don't know if I support the putting Android on an action cam.
That's weird. Kasi,
Battery life?
it's a camera.
Battery life?
Oh, battery life.
Ubos agad yung battery mo pag you're running. Quad core eh. Quad core, Android 5.1 Lollipop, ubos battery mo dito.
Mhm.
Kasi typically ang action cam only has 1,000 or 1,000 up to 1,200 milliamp hours. And that's just half of what we typically get from phones.
May
Um,
Wi-Fi yan.
May Wi-Fi pa and everything. So I don't know how much they can do with this, but you know, ang ano naman dito is people are super interested in this because nabebenta sila sa Android and action cam. Ang ano daw nito is, I guess yung functionality is kind of like having one of those Samsung K Zoom or something like that, right? With the para siyang phone na camera.
Phone na camera.
Ang hindi ko lang alam kung I don't think this has a SIM. Parang hindi naman mas malaking kakainin na baterya kung if this is actually Android camera na may SIM pa, di ba? Sakit na nun sa baterya. So, I don't know why you would put Android on this action cam. But siguro since magiging mabenta because sasabihin ng tao, oh my God, I love action cams and I love Android, right? Hindi nila iisipin yung realistic repercussions of having such a power-hungry processor and power-hungry OS on an action cam, which generally is supposed to try and sip battery as much as possible. But you know, we'll wait and see what this action cam is all about. It's definitely something we expected. We expect definitely unexpected. I don't know if I've seen this before, so let's count it as something that's not seen before. But yeah, I don't have high hopes for this product. Don't have high hopes for this. I mean, action cams themselves, and I've been saying this ever since for a long time now. They're actually the toll of action cam, the nag-ano na nag-effect na, is they're on a huge decline. Action cams are on a huge decline. GoPro stocks are like what 1/10 of what they were a few years ago or something like that, and it's getting worse. And that's why GoPro is doing some drastic changes sa kanilang marketing and product launches, product releases, because hindi na sila kumikita. So in general, action cams is a bubble that has burst na. It's burst, already burst. Kasi GoPro is the number one action cam brand, and kung yung number one action cam brand is going bankrupt, what more sa ibang brand? So I mean that means it's already burst. But you know, some people are still looking. I mean, I'm not saying don't buy action cams. I'm saying I don't know what you can get if I were a company. I don't know what I'll get if I invest my money on building another action camera. But of course, since it's Cherry Mobile and it's Android, there will be people na parang sobrang, oh my God, this is gonna be the best thing ever. I'm super action man. I jump off bridges all day, whatever. I don't know.
Siguro ang bibili niyan yung mga, but I don't know kung magkano yung mga dashcam, pero siguro yung mga walang budget na dashcam, siguro bibili.
Oh, but hindi kasi maganda. I mean, action cams are not the best for dash cams. Dash cam, buy a actual dash cam if you want a dash cam. Kasi the features of action cams are not best suited for dash cam. You have to turn them on manually. You have to press record manually, and then at the end of the day, you have to turn them off manually. And ano, kasi dash cams uh, are designed to turn themselves on and turn themselves off automatically. Yun ang main difference here. And so sobrang ako I did the whole action cam as my dash cam before to try out the Cherry Mobile action cam. And nagsawa ako kakasaksak ng dash cam saksak ng Cherry action cam sa aking charger dun sa kotse. Turn it on, record, start driving, stop driving, turn it off, bunutin, takin, and whatnot. So, mura lang naman ang dashboard cams these days, and they're like ang magaganda ngayon 2,000 and below na. So,
Talaga meron na?
yes,
Mga
yes.
good quality.
I can recommend you. You look for the G1W, Jetech G1W ata. Those are really good.
Okay.
So those are the ones that start and stop automatically. When you drive, when you start driving, they start. When you stop driving, they stop. And it's way better a solution than an action cam because at some point matatamarin kang sindihan siya. I think that's what's gonna happen. Tatamarin kang sindihan yung action cam. But yes, if matyaga ka and wala kang pera pambili ng dashcam na design talaga as a dashcam, you can definitely employ action cams as your primary dashcam. Let's see here, comments. Question about action cams in general, lalo na yung may 4K capability, meron bang video mode na hindi fisheye ang itsura ng kuha? No, not really. Kasi lahat sila designed as wide angle. You want to buy a regular camera na hindi 4K. You want to buy a 4K camera that's not an action cam. That's when it's not fisheye. Cherry Mobile best in knockoff phones. For security reason, mas maganda i-review yung mga dashcam kasi super uncertain na talaga ang sitwasyon natin sa mga kalsada sa ngayon. Yes, totoo yan, Marlon. Ako, I've been a big proponent of those. Hindi lang ako masyado nagre-review. Because I don't drive that often. Hindi ako nagmamaneho din sa Manila kasi sobrang hindi na ganun ka-productive masyado ngayon din sa Manila and nag-Uber na lang ako or nag-Grab. Nakaka-stress magmaneho dito. Isipin mo pag na-aksidente ka nga or pinatuwa ka ng bato sa bridge ng C5 ngayon, di ba? Uso yun? Grabe. Ang Cherry Mobile ba? Cherry Mobile na gawing yung Chinese branded. Ano tanong mo? What's up, Lowell Ubias? If you're
I think tinatanong niya if Pinoy talaga yung Cherry or it's Chinese.
well, it's a Filipino-owned brand, but the phones are generally made in China. Wala naman tayong manufacturing capabilities sa Pilipinas. We don't have the infrastructure to build phones and gadgets sa Pilipinas as well as China does. And China is basically the expert at this. Basically, you just press a button and gumagawa na yung China. Tayo dito sa Pilipinas, siguro kailangan mo pang bayaran sa Binay. sorry, I'm not that. Ryan says, may rugged phone na ba ang Cherry Mobile mga sir? Yes, they have feature phones. Waterproof, yung pwede mo durugin. One of the first few events na in-attend ako sa Cherry Mobile was nandun si Robin Padilla because he was promoting his rugged phone line for Cherry Mobile. Yun yung mga binabagsak-bagsak. Flare S4 Plus or Flare Mate? Paul Balatbat. Wala kasi yung text natin sorry. Balik natin siya Oh my god, the camera is over here. Yeah. Wala tayong units ng Flares 4 Plus, wala tayong unit ng Flare Mate, so I can't answer. Gawang Pichi. Gian Parinas, thanks for showing up on the show. Anyway, so that's the Explorer 2. I don't know. It's not. I'm not gonna buy this if I have to. Kasi number one, action cams are in the decline. Number two, it's probably gonna be expensive, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if there's some compelling reasons to buy to buy a action cam with Android running on it. Anyway, our last topic would be PlayStation VR, basically. We were talking about this earlier, but what do you think, G? Say, I mean, you have a PS4. Are you somebody who would look into VR?
Well, I've said that kahit sa mga taga-Japan, I'm still not sold on VR. Pero ito, if knowing na PlayStation, Sony ang gumawa, it's most likely gaming-centric.
Yes.
Looks interesting.
So the thing I like about consoles is they're much more approachable to a lot more people, diba? And I think that's what the PlayStation VR can offer to a lot of people. Kasi non-gamers are not will find the traditional forms of VR unapproachable. When we're talking about HTC Vive, na may wires and may parang unfriendly looking wires and may unfriendly looking controller. Plus, you have to hook it with a computer na medyo high-end computer that kailangan medyo gamer yung gumagamit kasi it requires a GeForce 970 to run HTC Vive. And also, Oculus Rift is another one with slightly, parang it's a little bit less approachable for casual players. And I think that's where PlayStation VR comes in, where, this is my PS4, it's on the couch, and people are, it's easier to introduce people to PlayStation 4 VR, especially when it looks like this, na parang puti,
Yes.
and mas friendly siya, right? So I think that's a good thing, and yes, since Sony yan, may backing din sila for gamer developers na, right? Plus, you already have a system. You don't need to upgrade your system, your PC, or your whatever. And they're hopefully gonna make the sort of orientation installation process, or just getting you used to the VR thing much easier because it's console. Like you have to dumb down the process quite a bit if you're going to do something on a console. Unfortunately, I mean, it's simplify na lang. Simplify and make it accessible. Yun yung point of it. So if you're not aware, PlayStation, Sony has just basically announced and made official the PlayStation VR. It's going to come out in October for $399, which translates to about 60,000 pesos dito. About the price of a PlayStation 4 dito sa Pilipinas.
Yes.
Now, that's a little pricey, but you have to consider na may full HD or more than full HD display dito sa actual the goggles niya. And you have extra processing, extra gyroscope on your eyes, and meron pa siyang, well, you have to use a PlayStation camera, which is sold separately pa. But all in all, you'll probably spend, you'll probably need a PlayStation 4. Let's say that's $340, like $400 na lang. Plus the HD, plus the actual headset, which is another $400, and then accessories. Let's say you're spending $1,000 total if you don't have a PlayStation 4. That's still quite affordable compared to HTC Vive at $800 just the headset alone and the controllers.
Yes. Meron pa ba?
$800 on HTC Vive.
Yes.
The Oculus is like $650, so it's not. This is the most affordable VR headset so far.
Yeah.
At least in in that sense. Plus, it could be, you know, if you already have a PS4, then wala ka nang kailangan except the camera and the, you know. But
So, kailangan pa rin ng camera.
yes, kasi ang ginagawa nila to track your head is may lights yung headphone,
Okay. Head
yung
tracking.
helmet, right? So the lights on your helmet tells the camera where your head is. Yun yung extra advantage nito. That's why they have added a lot of lights. Plus, yung nakita mo naman, yung PlayStation 4 controller has a light on it that also does the positioning there. But there's also the Move controller na they're more of a like lightsaber style things with lights on them. That also helps with locating where your hand is and where your hand position. Anyway, the point here is this could be at least the most accessible one, the most affordable one to build, especially if you have some of the components, which is basically a PS4 already. Ang tanong ko lang dito is probably if it's coming to the Philippines and when and or for how much. I'm quite quite interested because I like new technology and I like VR particularly. I know medyo mahal yung 16K and maybe siguro total nito if with maybe the extra nunchucks and maybe a game or two. Siguro 20,000 pesos.
Tingin ko rin.
The actual headset itself will give you I think 5 games. But there's a bundle that will sell for $499 for $500, which is basically 20,000 pesos. The 20,000 peso version will give you an extra game, I think 1 or 2 Move controllers and the camera, which unfortunately may camera na ako, so hindi ko kailangan ng extra camera. But yun, so $500 variant is completo accessories. The game will be the game there will be games on launch. So let's talk. There are questions here about games. Let's read some. May games about for VR? Yes, there's a lot of games for VR, particularly around right now since wala pang PlayStation VR, wala pang HTC Vive, and wala pang Oculus Rift. Right now, the games on VR are on Google Cardboard, some dev-based Oculus Rift stuff, and the Samsung Galaxy, right? Galaxy, VR, Gear VR. I mean with PlayStation VR, yes. So Sony already showed some games that you can play on VR. I didn't actually look at them yet, but there's 5 now on launch that will come with the actual PlayStation VR itself. So you'll be able to play at least 5 games. Now probably not as long as typical games, but at least you're getting 5. Parang Wii Sports, right? Parang yun yung tennis, bowling, ganyan. Except in VR style. Games that would work better in VR, basically. Kim Ohori, games on console are more optimized on PCs, kaya nga I've never been a PC gamer. PS1 to PS3, still using it. Kulang na lang PS4, ipon na ako. Ang ano lang talaga is the only disadvantage I would say that the PlayStation VR has is hindi ganun ka-powerful sa PS4. It can barely render 1080p 60 on most games, right? Sa PS4. So, a lot of VR or PC Master.
Pero yung siguro I think discuss natin mamaya, pero may mga rumors na maglalabas si Sony ng updated PS4.
Yes, there's also that rumor na parang they're gonna launch a PS4 that does 4K 4K video. That's a possibility kasi dati there was a Xbox 360 na dinagdagan ng HDMI. Dati walang HDMI si Xbox 360. So that could be the next, yung parang just a minor update na hindi masyadong magbabago yung games. It will still run at certain resolutions, but can output at 4K siguro, right? Not actually render at 4K, but more output at 4K, right? Whatever. Nabasa ko yung rumor na yun. There's a possibility there kasi iniisip ko nga. Naluluma naman kasi talaga yung PS4 and Xbox One ngayon kasi they're not as powerful as the previous generation, the Xbox 360 and the PS3 was back when compared to sa PC counterparts. These days, a mid-range PC can destroy a PS4 and Xbox One. Dati, mid-range PCs could not beat Xbox 360 and PS3. So iba na yung generation natin ngayon. The consoles are much weaker this generation in terms of performance.
Kasi parang na-hit na ng consoles yung limit ng ano nila eh.
Yes, but also
May
again,
ceiling na.
the one reason, one big also reason is both companies are losing money through
Yun,
quite a lot.
isa pa nga.
Sony is not doing so well. Microsoft is not doing so well. Diba? I mean, even though medyo ngayon, I guess, hindi na masyadong bali-balita, but Microsoft, when Xbox One was in development and launching, they're struggling with Windows 8.1. Diba?
Yeah.
So, pati yung Windows Phone nila, they were still doing Windows 8.1. Ngayon lang dumating yung Windows 10, and I don't think they're out of the woods just yet. Marami pa rin silang problems. But at least may Windows 10 na. So, back when they were producing or building or developing Windows Xbox One and PS4, they had to cut so much costs, so much research and development, and put out a console agad. And yun nga, ang net effect is mahina yung consoles natin compared to the PCs this generation. Hindi siya generational. That's why it's like, basically PS4 is like PS 3.5, basically.
Yeah.
And the Xbox One is like...
And yung game library ng PS4 is noticeably less than the PS3.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, that's basically what. So ang net effect, at least for the VR experience, is the games that you get on PlayStation VR will not be as visually visually high definition as PC VR will be, as the HTC Vive will be, as the Oculus Rift will be, because the PCs are generally definitely much more powerful these days than the PS4 or the Xbox One. But still, diba? It's not about power sometimes. It's more about having a good gameplay there. So so I like it. I'm optimistic about the PlayStation VR, especially with that price. Excuse me. The advantage, I think, with PSVR would be the games apps. It's Sony. Tsaka yung later date, may time pag lumabas ang mga ito. If not, that sucks. Kapag sa platform naman ng Samsung Gear VR, you have Android apps in VR available to you. Kaso, konti pa lang ata ngayon ng VR apps. Yes, konti pa lang. And none of them are like super complete, full-on game experiences. Pwede rin siguro manood ng movie dyan sa PlayStation VR. I don't know kung they can do movies, but ang sabi nila, they will probably let you play traditional PS4 games na hindi VR on the headset. And magiging, ang effect niya na lang is you have a TV in front of you. Walang VR capable, hindi siya mag-VR, but at least it can...
parang naka-IMAX ka or something.
Yes, parang naka-IMAX ka. And ang gusto ko nun, pwede na ako maglaro ng mga PS4 games ko na nakahiga. Di ba?
Yeah.
Yun yung maganda dun eh. Comments, hindi na. Sony is rumored to unveil upgraded PlayStation 4. Okay, yan yung pinag-usapan natin kanina. Pinaka-fun games na VR yung mag-diffuse ng bomb. Yeah, saan yan? HTC yata yun. Kuya, mag-launch na daw soon ng LF phone through Lazada. Yes, that's true. We don't know the pricing yet. So, pag-usapan na lang natin pag may pricing. Goodbye Xiaomi na kaya? Maybe. I think yung VR kit ang susunod na patok na gadget. Hopefully, yes. I hope so. Pero ang problem kasi ng VR is hindi pa natin na-figure out how to actually wala pang best practices sa games. Like, wala pa tayong na-decide na this is how we're gonna move around in VR. Is it gonna be through an analog stick? Or there's one game kasi sa PlayStation VR where to move forward, you lean your head forward. That makes sense, right? To move forward, you lean your head forward a little bit. And to move backward, you lean your head back. It makes a little bit of sense. And I think that's one other solution that could work in VR. But wala pa tayong the game developers have not decided what the perfect way to experience VR is yet.
May naisip ako dyan. I think sa VR, racing games. sobrang tapat.
Ano talaga eh, VR is probably the best at games where yung virtual person mo is sitting down. So, racing game nga, diba? Racing game is one. Jet fighter, maybe, right?
Mga flight simulator.
Kasi tingnan mo sa Google Cardboard, marami doon is mga roller coaster, yan, maganda yan, di ba? Ganun. Anything that you don't need to move your body for as much. Kasi mas may immerse ka because hindi ka naman gumagalaw in real life. But may na-experience ka visually and through your ears na it seems like you're still sitting somewhere, but you're somewhere else, right? Parang ganun. Around 2006, ang PC namin sa bahay, Pentium 4 lang. No good for gaming, kaya bumili na kami PS3. Pero ngayon, affordable PCs are good for gaming. Entry-level gaming PCs around 20 to 30. Yeah. So talagang ano nga, it's the current generation of consoles are underpowered compared to the PC counterparts. Because nga, PC market has grown quite a bit the last few years, and the console makers have been going bankrupt. So hindi sila masyado nag-risk with powerful performing devices this generation. Yeah. So that's the PlayStation VR. I don't know if I think that's our last topic. Tignan yung si B-Boy, wala nang reply. I think that's our last topic. Sabi ko Cubix Cube, in Action Cam Explorer, PlayStation VR, Alpha Prime 10, Alpha Prime 5. Alright, yeah, I guess that's it for all our topics. That's I guess tama lang yung schedule. 3-ish hour or 2.5 kasi late ako nagsimula. But yeah. Problema lang ngayon sa VR headsets ay ang controllers. Hindi natural gamitin. Yes, so that's one thing that needs to be solved pa rin. So basically, VR is still a problem. But the actual visuals and audio is there na that we can get somewhere there. But we need to figure out how to make the actual game immersive. Kasi otherwise, if we're just using a controller, baka hindi rin ganun maganda. But in my opinion, sa totoo lang, I'll be fine if I can just use head tracking in video games. If I were driving a car, if it's natural for me to turn my head around para tumingin sa likod. Diba? If I were driving a virtual car, if VR just tracks my head and turns my head to see behind me when driving a car, that already does it for me. Even if hawak ko gamepad, okay lang sa akin yun. Para it's an extra level of control. Kasi normally, you press something on your gamepad para tumalikod, right? But if you put an extra level of control in my head to see, to pinpoint where I want to look, then that's an extra level of control. Ang ayaw ko lang ngayon is current video games, current first-person shooters sa VR is hindi independent yung aiming from eye movement, from your head tracking. So most games, first-person shooters is kung saan ka nakatingin with your VR helmet, that's where the gun is. But in real life, you point your gun elsewhere while looking the other way, on another. Unless na lang talaga sinisipat mo yung baril. But I want to be able to look to my left and to my right while aiming my gun somewhere else. Because otherwise, your head will be your aim. And that's not how you aim a gun. Diba? You aim a gun, you point it towards them, and then isisipat mo with your eyes. It's not, my head will point towards them. Maganito. You point it towards them first, and then you move your head. Diba? So, iba yung experience ng actual. That's the thing that breaks my reality sa first-person shooter VR games is yung baril mo nakadikit sa ulo mo. Ganon. Diba? And that's not how you tumatakbo ka ng baril mo ganito eh. So, right?
Yes.
Yun yung
Aim with your hand.
Yeah. Yes. So they need to separate yung aiming ng baril with your head, because that's so far that's what they've been doing, and hopefully we hopefully na ma-figure out natin. Sana by this year there's some experiences na medyo na ano na nalaman na nila how to go with this VR thing. All right, here's some questions here. Sir Alex, Lumix G7 or Canon G7X? Very good question. I would go with the G7, but marami ka dapat gawin to make the G7 work for you, because you're gonna need some lens. You're gonna no, but overall the G7 for at least for semi-professional work is better than the G7X. The G7X, however, is an excellent pocket camera. So if you're going to have more situations where you need pocket cameras, then absolutely G7X ang bibilin mo. The G7 is nowhere near pocketable. Hindi mo siya mapapagkasya sa kahit anong bulsa. Unless na lang super laking cargo pants yan. Which hindi mo rin naman ilalagay yung camera sa cargo pants mo, kasi pag naglakad ka, tumama sa baterya, sira yung camera mo. So, if you need it to be portable, go for the G7X. If you need more semi-professional work and hindi mo iniinda na ilalagay mo sa bag for most of the time until kailangan mo siya, then go for the G7. But like I said, you will have to buy more accessories and more things to supplement to complement your Lumix G7 to get it to where you want it to be. But G7 is super amazing if you just get the right equipment, kasi that's 4K video. 4K video na si G7 and super crispy. Super crispy. Emilio Aquino says, Kuya, ano po ba mas maganda? Oppo F1 or Huawei GR5? Ano kaya ang magandang iregalo sa graduation ng kapatid ko? Very good question. Ako, I would go with the GR5 kasi may ano siya, may fingerprint scanner sa GR5. I think it had, yeah. So mas malaki din yung display ni GR5. It's 5.5-inch Full HD. Si Oppo F1 is 720p 5-inch. I have to give it to Oppo though. It's a very nice looking, super slim design. But Huawei GR5 has a fingerprint scanner, 5.5-inch Full HD display, and I think bigger battery. So I would go GR5. I would go GR5. Wow, gumagalaw parang VR. Yeah, ginagalaw ko yung camera ko. Yeah. So I guess that's about it. You know, wala na tayong topics. I would, sana G, magkaroon ng parang PlayStation event dito where we can try out PlayStation VR. No? That would be super awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know kung yung company that represents, there's PlayStation Asia naman kasi, but nagre-review kami pa minsan dito sa pinapa-review kami minsan ng PlayStation Asia games. So matagal lang hindi kami kino-contact, but let's hope magpa-event na lang sila for PlayStation VR. Let's cross our fingers for that. I want to see what PlayStation VR looks like. Ilang months na lang ba? So it's March right now. March, April, May, June, July, August.
7 months.
7 months. So maybe we'll have 5 months to save up money. or hopefully more demos and more videos come out on what the games are sa PlayStation VR para medyo mag-excite tayo ng konti kung naman yung lalabas. Alright. Well, yeah. So, yeah. PlayStation Asia has been very active naman. And I think, so totoo lang, the amount that the Philippine gaming community has grown quite a bit now. Na dumadami na yung bumibili ng Oric games or dumadami na yung seryoso yung bumibili ng peripherals and stuff like that. Hindi na tayo squattingers masyado. And official na tayo eh. We're unofficially supported PlayStation country. Kasi nung dating panahon, PS1,
Yeah.
PS2, hindi pa tayo supported. So, our gaming population has matured quite enough na talaga na. Some of us talaga seryoso na buying consoles, buying peripherals, buying stuff. And it's great because we're being supported by PlayStation Asia these days. So, you know, more gaming-related stuff enters the Philippine market. Kasi yun yung pangarap natin dati, di ba? Maging parang super generation of yung parang maging mainstream. Bulala says by that time lalabas na ang Moto X style sa Pilipinas. Dude. Meron na, you buy it from Expanses. 8K.
Ay, nga pala, expenses.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna buy it anymore kasi ano na siya, parang ang problema kasi dun sa Moto X units na yun, nalaos agad sila eh, no? Kasi they were outclassed by the Nexuses in terms of camera, in terms of they had hey, they used basically they had not optical stabilized tablets. No, they're not. But they're using an old generation Sony sensor, whatever. But still, outclass sila quite a bit. Hindi dati kasi yung Nexus was like on par with the Moto X with specs and naglalaban lang sila on certain things. Bulula asks another alternative for expanses.ph. Wala eh, mga Keep Store, mga ganun.
Galleon.
Galleon, eh, mahal kasi sa Galleon eh, no?
Diba?
Oo. Konti lang selection nila ngayon doon. Yeah, I mean, hindi naman talaga sila masyadong maraming selection. But they have some, but not everything. So I don't think they have iPhones. I don't think they have they have experience. So yeah, konti nga. They have not. Try Widget City, try DB Gadgets, try Keep Store. And so OLX, marami pa rin mga gray market dyan na hindi masyadong kilala, but gray market pa rin. So,
CMK.
CMK is white market, but yes. Try out CMK then. Wala silang imports. But they're okay. The prices are great. Yeah, so anyway, it's not necessarily an expanses alternative, but if what you're looking for is showing up on CMK, why not? Diba? Alright, so actually, mali pala yung ginawa ko kasi meron akong web pages na nakabukas about PlayStation VR at hindi ko pinakita, but it doesn't matter. So I can read some of this pala. So the $500 bundle has the VR headset, VR cable, stereo headphones, the PlayStation VR demo disc. Actually, let's switch my graphics here. Yeah, there you go. This one. So VR headset, cables, headphones, demo disc, PlayStation camera, 2 PlayStation Move controllers, and PlayStation VR World. So yun yung extra in game. This is the $500 bundle. Yeah, there you go. Ito yung ano niya. So pati yung camera, pati yung Move controllers. This is the $500 one. The core PSVR bundle, which has suggested price of so okay. Yeah. So $400 is not pre-orderable, whatever, doesn't matter.
So yung VR will also need to move controller.
Pero I don't think lahat ng games will need the Move controller. So that's an optional thing, depende siguro sa game na natin. So here's some of the graphics. I don't want to read these because I mean we've discussed this already, but just in case you want to see it, it's here. That's what it looks like. Front, back, whatever. Ang interesting dito is the 120 Hz refresh rate. That's a good refresh rate, diba? That's better on the eyes. I don't know if the other. I think the other VR don't do 120 yet, but that's nice. It's nice that it'll be better for your eyes. I really wish we can try it, but if they have a PlayStation event dito. Maganda magkaroon sila ng flashlight accessory that would complement adult VR games. Well, wala sa they wouldn't do that to PlayStation 4. Definitely not PlayStation 4. But yeah, that's it. That's our topics for the show. I want to change this camera. There you go. All right, so that's it for the show, guys. I'm sorry kung medyo magulo tayo, nag-rant tayo about Cherry Mobile and Love Life and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Sadly, very Cherry Mobile centric and Windows Phone centric stuff. Wala pa bagong Android phones too much. I'm more interested in adult VR games. Well, sa ano kasi, what you can do is just download Cardboard and download VR porn. Is what you can do. There's a lot of those these days. A lot of
Uy,
those.
di ba nag-demo yata yung sa isang di ba naman anong adult ka pa, nag-demo sila sa CES yata. Porn VR.
Tapos may parang machine pang sa katawan mo, gano'n.
Hindi, yung lang, VR headset.
Okay.
Nag-demo sila ng
Oh.
porn.
Yeah. I'm sure. But those are very easy naman kasi those are just mostly visuals. But yeah, the only thing that you need is yung better 360 video, more high resolution cameras for and then better tracking of head and whatever. So yeah, VR porn is easy, pretty much. So yun. Anyway, guys, maraming salamat sa pagpapanood. That's been the Big Time Show for March. By the way, wala tayong show on Black Saturday, right? That would be this coming Saturday. So the next Saturday is wala tayong show. I'll be announcing it on BTS community as well para hindi kayo maguluhan. But just in case, nasa probinsya tayo nun, will be, morning. Some would be morning if you were religious, whatever. But anyway, we won't have a show next week. So I'll see you 2 weeks from now with hopefully a new PC.
Yes.
Yung IM cardboard.
Abot na ba sa budget?
Yes. Ang kinakaasar ko lang yung presyo ng Windows 10.
Ayun lang.
Ang target ko sa Windows 10 was 4,000 pesos eh. And it's getting higher than that. So
hindi talaga pwede niya nasabi ko sa chat. Yung naka-Windows 10 ka, tapos gagawa ka ng recovery CD. Lilipat mo sa kabilang PC. Di ba yun?
Hindi kasi hihingan ka ng license, di ba? Ng CD key. So, diba? Papasok mo yung CD.
Oo nga, para tama. Tapos, ang alam ko yata, ang ginawa ng Windows 10 ngayon, parang sa hardware nila nilagay yata.
Yeah.
Yung license.
So, yung some CD keys cannot be moved to different
Or
hardware.
what ang gawin mo kaya? Buy or download Windows 8.1. Tapos
That's definitely one of my options. Kahit Windows 7 is definitely one of my options.
Windows 7.
Update. Ang problema mo doon is, I guess kapag nag-install ka ulit ng Windows 7, later on, is it considered pag in-update mo to Windows 10 yun? And then nag-reformat ka and then nag-install ka ng Windows 7, ma-update mo pa kaya 10 yun? After the free period ng 10? I don't know. But ang iisip ko naman is, I might as well just buy Windows 10. It's just annoying lang na yung may price discrepancy between US and Philippines. $120 sa US, which is 5,000 pesos plus. 5,000 pesos, and then dito 7,200. Laki ng difference. That's half the price. Bye, Sir Alex, next week ulit, di ba? Walang BTS next week. Yes, wala. Makakapag-isip-isip na ang cherry bomba sa sinabi ni Alex. Hindi ko alam. I don't even know that they'll be watching this show. So, bahala sila. So, totoo lang, I don't even care anymore. Let's just, if they contact us, if they make amends or whatever, then okay. But if not, we can move on. Right? Let's just stop waiting parang trying to bust our asses to waiting about any information to sharing mo about. Because it's not happening, diba? Windows 10 Pro is more expensive. Home lang yung gusto ko bilhin. But yun, now I'm seriously considering trying to look for like OEM copies of Windows 10, which is technically illegal. Kasi OEM should come from pre-built PCs. Diba? But yun ang usually tig to 2,000 pesos na urig. Technically urig siya, but wala ka yung retail box and retail package. It's not designed for it's not supposed to be sold on its own, ang OEM. Right? But if you buy OEM on its own na walang kasamang buong PC that it's installed into, then that is technically an illegal sale. Kasi nga original equipment manufacturer and you're not an original
only for
But I might just do that kasi ang mahal ng full version. Anyway, that's a different story altogether. I'll let you know kung anong decide ko maybe next week. But that's it for the show. Maraming salamat sa iyo, G, and everybody who's watched the show. That's been that's me, Alex from TechnoClass.com. That's been the Big Time Show for March 19, 2016. The next show will be on. Oh wow! It's gonna be
April
2nd, just after call this?
Fools.
April Fools. So we'll see you all after April Fools, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Pag OEM one-time install lang yun, di ba? No, you can reinstall to this basically another your computer or any computer actually, but they'll assume you're reinstalling to the same computer that it was pre-installed in, but wala silang way to actually check that. Kasi OEM hindi nakalock to a certain box or device yung CD key. Kasi hindi nila alam kung saan nilalagay nung OEM right? You just send you an OEM copy with a CD key and bahala na yung gumagawa ng machine na yun where it's gonna be installed. So hindi nila makakontrol where it's gonna be installed. That's why OEMs or people take that OEM copy and sell it on its own without an actual PC. That's the reason why. But legally, it should be bought na hindi OEM, whatever. Anyway, masyado na magulo. Alright, dudes. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.